Ladies and gentlemen, before the national anthem, we would like to introduce the veteran of the game, brought to you by De La Garza Family Dental. Tonight we recognize Hospital Corpsman Chief Israel Bayi. Chief Bayi proudly served in the United States Navy for 23 years. He was part of Operation Enduring Freedom, serving at Kuwait. He was part of the Expeditionary Medical Hospital staff. He is decorated veteran, being awarded the Armed Forces Reserve Medal, the National Defense Service Medal, the Global War on Terrorism Medal, the Navy Achievement Medal, and the Expert Pistol Shotgun Medal. Bayi has two children, Israel Jr. and Lorena. Chief Israel Bayi of the United States Navy, we proudly salute you, sir, and we thank you for your service. Will you kindly stand and remove all headgear for the presentation of the colors being conducted by members of the Weslaco High School ROTC. Cadet Sergeant Silvana Horta. Cadet First Sergeant James Ballard. Cadet First Sergeant Francisco Silva. And Cadet Sergeant Cristabel Rivera. And now join us as the Kleckler-Held Elementary Choir sings our national anthem. Thank you to the Kleckler-Held Elementary Choir, and God bless America.
And we are live on YouTube from guess where? Weslaco, Texas, along with Football Fred. I'm Scott Harrison. A big 32-6A matchup between the host Weslaco Panthers at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Their record so far this season, 4-2, 0-1 in district. Lost last week at Harlingen. And they're taking on the Los Fresnos Falcons. And they are 5-1 overall, 1-0 in district. And of course, they were victorious 42-7 last week against Rivera, who Weslaco will be playing next week. Again, a lot of hype on this game. The local paper out of McAllen, the Monitor, they call this the RGVSports.com Game of the Week. We see Channel 5 here live broadcasting during their newscast. Football Fred, are you ready for all this excitement?
So this is what it's like to be home. We haven't been at Lackey at the friendly confines for about a month. Yes, this is a big game. I asked Coach Stroman, hey, playoff game? Is this a must-win game? He looks at me, yeah, of course it is. We realized that the last couple of times, couple of seasons, at least go back there, this team, the Falcons, have disqualified the Panthers from making the playoffs. Doesn't get any bigger early on in the season.
And there's Roy Stroman with his team. He is in his fourth year here at Weslaco, 21-11 overall. David Cantu, his second season with the Falcons. And of course, he is doing a good job. Last year, 6-3, 5-2 in district. And they went to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good game. Los Fresnos, at least potentially,
right.
Los Fresnos, they won the toss, and they are going to defer into the second half. What Coach Stroman usually does if he wins the coin toss. Weslaco in their purple jerseys with their purple helmets and the white numerals, and I guess white uniforms, you say kind of a gold color for Los Fresnos.
Off-white, just the maroon numbers, really, in gold helmets,
All right, so we are getting ready for the kickoff. Again, we are live on YouTube for the first time this season.
Yeah, glad to see or hear or kind of, you know who you are, say hi to everybody.
Yeah, both. We're going to have both audio and visual tonight live. And, of course, this is a KWES production. Our crew all ready to go. And kicking off to the scoreboard side, to the south, is Los Fresnos. And right now it is going to be the kickoff going to Weslaco, and they'll get it down to about the 21-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10.
Yeah, Roy Stroman bringing it up to the 20-yard line, more or less. So we're going to see first crack for Weslaco High. Now, Weslaco High last week did a good job, so we'll get that starting lineup.
Diego Zavala, Matthew Garcia, Sergio Lerma, Eric Davila, Diego Salazar, Gabriel Renteria Garcia, Donnie Lincoln, Jeremy Perez, Andres Sepúlveda, Ryan Salazar, Roy Stroman.
ATPE is your ally, your voice for professional educators.
And was there a change at center?
Yeah, it looks like it has. We were waiting kind of to see along that usually number 56. We saw the starting lineup there that we had earlier. So Sergio Lerma, it looks like a last-minute change here or a change because of obviously things that happened. 76, Eloy Molina now starting center for the Panthers.
Jeremy Perez on the first handle of the ball, loses about a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 11. Of course, Perez, a great season. Andres Sepulveda, the quarterback, and he gets it downfield. Going to get it down to about the 35-yard line. Nice pass, enough for the first down, gain of about 14.
Mikai Jones wasn't feeling well last week. He was basically stuck with a little bit of flu symptoms, just something going on. And first passing play here, we see Mikai going for a first down.
And he was out for a week, right?
Yeah,
with an injury.
He had some injury as well. So, got to see him back.
So glad to see him back. Sepulveda, top passing quarterback so far here in the district, or at least one of the best, and gives it off to Perez, and he is going to get just a couple yards, but Perez obviously having a great season.
His linebackers for Los Fresnos are very active. You're going to see them quite a bit this evening. Frank Quintero is one of those guys that comes in there, and you have other guys that come in as well, but he's going to be their leader. He's their main guy there in the middle 40. Keep an eye on him all night, Frank Quintero, for the Falcons.
And of course, Perez, 75 carries for 406 yards and a couple of touchdowns this season. He's had some long runs too. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Sepulveda back to pass, and he is feeling the pressure. Now he will go over toward his left side, tries to get it down to Donnie Lincoln. Is he in bounds? And if he is, it'll be inside the territory of the Falcons. but it was out of bounds when he caught it.
Yeah, and a really good improvisation here by Sepulveda. He's developed this nice little spin move right there. See that? They started doing that last week, and he threw that ball, just couldn't get the feet in, just a bit outside the outreached arms of number 1 there, Donnie Lincoln.
So it's going to be 3rd down and about 9. Ball currently in Weslaco territory at their 37-yard line. You see Sepulveda, number 2, had a great year, gets better all the time, gets rushing touchdowns, gets passing touchdowns, and as you see, very athletic this time. Passes it from about his own 30, has a receiver open, and gets it down to about the 30-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 40.
That is a fantastic catch by Mekhi Jones. You're going to see that Sepulveda, look at how much time Sepulveda has. 1, 2, 3, hey, go over there, 8, 4, 5, he throws it, and a lot of time, and I'm bringing that out. That offensive line does a fantastic job, and then, of course, really tapped here by Mekhi.
And trying to keep Frank Quintero away from him. You mentioned the line doing the good job. Ball now actually put at the 33-yard line, so we'll call it a gain of 37. This time, Jeremy Perez off left tackle, and he will get a couple yards at most.
Yeah, nice penetration there by Jaden Gonzalez, number 10. Again, we mentioned this, how active these linebackers are. They come in and they try to do their best there. And you try to do different things, but they did a good job there of coming over and stopping Jeremy.
Yeah, J.T. Lozano, defensive lineman, a senior on the stop.
Yep.
So we are going to have actually a loss of 1 on the play, and it's going to be 2nd down and 11. The ball is now at the 39-yard line in Los Fresnos territory, moving toward the north, the end zone away from the big screen TV.
Yeah.
This is the way that Weslaco's going right now. And Sepulveda just will throw that with all his might into the end zone, and Donnie Lincoln does not catch it, but I think there's going to be defensive pass interference.
Yeah, that was the ball kind of hanged up a little bit out there, but Joshua Munoz, a player to watch, according to Coach Cantu. We'll wait for the official word here from the official, but it looked to us like pass interference, right? In the end zone.
And there's Donnie Lincoln. He told us he might play a little quarterback tonight.
Yeah.
Occasionally he's a Wildcat quarterback.
He's always excited, right?
Yes.
He's always excited to do the different things. So that's what they're going to call. At least that's what we're calling it now. He was just really tackled, for the lack of a better term, really tackled in the end zone. We'll wait for the official word.
Pass interference. Defense number 26. In the end zone, the ball will be marked at the 2. First down.
Donnie Lincoln, great year so far. 24 catches for 241 yards, 4 touchdowns. I think he's had like 3 of those touchdowns in the past 2 games.
Right, and this is something that really,
Correction. 15-yard penalty. First down.
So it's 15 yards. I was about to say, I was surprised they were going to put it to 2. It's a 15-yard penalty, so now they're in business here, the Panthers are.
Yes, they are inside the red zone down at the 19-yard line. And again, they've almost used up approaching 4 minutes on this opening drive. And now Jeremy Perez will get it, and he'll gain about 3. Still waiting for the big run from him.
Yeah, and it's going to come. It's just a matter of time. He's very patient. The Panthers are sticking with it. They're trying to get balance. That's what they're trying to do, just balance things out. They've already included Mekhi Jones in a couple of plays. That's fantastic to see.
Yeah, there's Perez and Sepulveda. He's got number 6. Sepulveda wearing number 2. And we'll talk about his stats in a little bit. Very impressive for this young man. So it is going to be 2nd down and 8. Ball around the 18-yard line. Sepulveda back to pass in the pocket and was trying to get it downfield. I believe, yes.
It was Mekhi Jones, the intended receiver. Now, he was open for a second, but another guy we're going to mention here is Raul Gonzalez. Watch the pass as we kind of see this on the replay. Big play, way to knock it down. Number 24 there. He's a player to watch this evening. Coach said, Coach Cantu mentioned, look, our corners have to step up tonight. They're going to throw the ball. He called this group of receivers probably the best, if not the best, in the Valley. That's what Coach Cantu mentioned during our talk. So, they're trying to cover them.
3rd down and 8, 8:04 remaining. Opening drive by Weslaco again. Taking about 4 minutes off the clock. Sepulveda back to pass and tries to get it down once again to Jones, right? Or who was it?
No, that looked like Renteria Garcia.
Okay,
That's Gabriel.
Right. Okay, Gabriel.
Tight end. Another guy was speaking about some of the things that we're dealing with. He was another guy that last week he was dealing with a bit of a flu-like symptoms, and coach said, "Man, you're trying to." I said, "Well, how's everybody feeling today?" He says, "Yeah, everybody's fine now, but
All right, Angel Lopez has at least 3 field goals that I can remember over 40 yards this year. And this one is going to be from the 24-yard line, making it a 34-yard attempt. Ball is up, and it is no good.
Wow. That's interesting. Weslaco moved down the field. Not today.
So it will be the first time we see Los Fresnos. They've got a great freshman at quarterback, Robert Pineda.
Now you said that right, freshman.
Yeah, freshman. Well, so far this year has connected on 61 of 82 passes for 818 yards, 9 touchdowns, 1 interception. Also, get this, rushing the ball. 79 carries for 560 yards and 8 touchdowns. And this guy is just really good. Last week, completed 16 of 21 passes for 195 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also rushed 11 times for 47 yards and a touchdown. So a dual threat, but he's going to hand it off on the first play, and there's going to be a flag immediately. Of course, his big runner is Gael Palestina, and this play is going to either go forward or back.
It's going to be a block on the side. The offensive lineman came up, and he blocked somebody in the back, so that's going to move those Fresnos back.
All right.
Illegal block in the back. Offense number 4, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
And Palestina on the season, 78 carries for 489 yards, 7 touchdowns. Last week, 19 carries for 109 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he also an offensive threat. Now it is going to be first down and a long way to go. Ball back at the 11, about 15, right?
Yeah, more or less, right.
Yeah, we'll get the exact amount in a moment. We do have a slot over there on the left side, and this time it's going to be a rush by Pineda, and he is going to get about 5 yards to the 15-yard line.
You see the speed right off the bat with Pineda, and he's one of those guys that, as Coach said, probably one of the fastest quarterbacks we played all season. That tells you something. We played some pretty good athletes at quarterback, and really Devin Fuentes there, getting there quickly. They have the speed to match with them. You see how they kind of affect that. Weslaco making some changes there on their defensive line. We already see Fabian Martinez, number 62, in on defensive end.
So we'll give them 6. It's going to be second down and about 14. Have to get to the 30-yard line for the first down. Pineda back to pass, a little screen this time, and it's going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards. Still going to be second down and 8. And on that reception, it was the running back, Palestina.
Yeah, they're going to use him all over the place. He's going to be one of those guys going to line up, and as a receiver, he's going to be in the backfield everywhere.
Palestina on the year, 7 catches for 136 yards. Last week, 2 for 29. And it will be third and 8, ball to 22. Have to get it up to the 30-yard line for the first down.
Jeremiah Salinas on the tackle there. You got to tackle. Those things pop up every now and then. You got to wrap up. Remember that alligator roll we've been talking about already a couple of weeks. Yeah.
And there's Jeremy Perez. Someone has a little poster of him in the stands. So rolling once again is Pineda, and he is going to throw it away. Was trying to get it down to his receiver, Angel Arce, but
I think
couldn't get it.
Yeah, I think the Falcons are really going to get fortunate here.
Flag.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call roughing the passer. He was trying to throw him. They hit him from behind. Number 4, that was Noah Cáceres, came back.
And Noah's had a good season so far.
Yeah.
Personal foul. Defense number 4, roughing the passer. 15 yards.
All right.
Automatic, first down.
Well,
yeah, and it was kind of one of those tough calls, because as soon as he got rid of it, he got hit. And then it's kind of hard to stop because he's a runner, so you're going to come full speed. You're not going to stop, right?
No.
So that's a tough one there for the Panthers. It looks like Los Fresnos was about to punt.
So ball is up at the 37-yard line. It's going to be first and 10, midway through the first quarter. First possession of the night. Slots on each side, this time a pitch out. And we are going to see a run of about 15 yards inside Weslaco territory to the 47. Palestina again. Well,
the officials are early on kind of dominating the game here. We got another flag. And that looks like a hold.
All right.
Looks like that's going to bring that one back. That's in the area of holding. We'll see how that kind of turns out. But it looks like the Falcons are moving backwards. That's never a good sign, right?
No, not at all.
That was a nice play there. A lot of room, too.
Again, a beautiful night.
Holding, offense, number 1, 10 yard, repeat first down.
I think there was a little touch of rain earlier maybe, but 82 degrees, 20% chance of rain. Don't think we're going to see it. Humidity about 75%, and winds about 9 miles an hour.
27 drops of rain here today. That's about it.
So we're going to have 1st and 10, ball back at the 38-yard line in Los Fresnos territory. Again, this team can run or pass the ball. And it is a run once again. And Palestina is going to get about 3.
He's a young junior. He's coach mentioned, hey, he's got good vision. He can be patient. We feel he's going to be special. Look at making the first guy miss, the first Panther come in.
Right.
So he's kind of slippery. Not the biggest guy.
No.
Again, just a junior, but he's a very good addition to this offense.
Darren Hanks among those in on the tackle. He's had a good year. He's got 22 tackles and 3 sacks. So one of the leading sackers for the team. Matt Garza leads the way with 4 sacks.
Right.
So we are going to have 2nd down and about 8. And this time the ball is dropped off, a little screen. And guess what? Palestina picks up a few, but another flag.
Yeah,
it's laundry day.
It's laundry day. Yes, we're calling it early. So now this out here, this far away, it's usually a receiver or somebody lined up, somebody lined up in a neutral area or something. We'll see here in a minute, because as soon as the play went off.
Well, he was stopped by Fabian Martinez. Want to give him some love.
We'll see what the call is.
Illegal formation.
Yeah.
Offense, 5 yards, repeat 2nd down.
Yeah, so the penalties here have come alive in the first quarter of this very big matchup.
Again, 4:40 remaining. Glad to have you aboard. Panthers trying to win their first district game after playing Harlingen, number 2 team in the Rio Grande Valley last week, very well. Panthers actually had a lead at halftime.
Yeah. Gave them all they could handle, basically.
Yeah. So 2nd down and about 12. This time Pineda rolls out to his left and incomplete pass.
Interesting, as Coach Stroman in our chat during the week, he said, look, we're very aggressive. We're not going to change that. We're going to come to the ball, and you see it here.
Yeah.
So how are they going to counter? Well, they were trying to set up a screen. That didn't work. They knew that was coming. So wisely, the quarterback throws that away into an empty space. But, yeah, they're ready for that. They understand who they are. The Panther defense does. Say, look, if they get us, they're going to get us with this type of play, and they were ready for that.
So it's going to be 3rd down and about 13. Ball at the 34. Have to get it up to the 47 for the first down. Back to pass is Pineda, but he's going to keep it, and he is going to get not to the first down, but does pick up about 10 or 11.
And again, do you see what they want to try to do? You got to keep the backers. This is where discipline. Coach Leal, the linebacker coach, was talking about it to us when we were down there. He said, look, he's going to go one way. You see him do this.
Yeah.
But then when he really wants to just go the other way. So you have to have somebody there. Chano Alvarado, number 7 is that.
Yeah, let's give Evan Zamora some love.
Yep.
He may have stopped that from being a first down.
Exactly. That's what he was talking about. A nice play there by Zamora.
Okay, so it's going to be 4th down and 3. And they've got a couple different punters.
Yep.
But this time they're going to use J.J. Contreras, and didn't we hear from their coach he can hit a field goal from about 45 yards?
Yeah, so he's got a strong leg.
Yeah.
That's what they probably
we'll
want
see
here.
how he punts. Punt is up.
High.
Yeah, high punt. And we'll see where it goes out of bounds. But he does have a good leg, that's for sure. By the way, the Panthers and Falcons have met 15 times since 2005, with Los Fresnos holding a 9-6 edge. Falcons won last year. We were at that game in Los Fresnos, 44-21. So we'll see how this one turns out. Panthers will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
And really 2 different teams, especially for Los Fresnos. Remember, they were a heavy senior team with a lot of athletes. So they were a senior team with a lot of experience last year.
Andy Sepulveda at quarterback. Jeremy Perez lined up to his left. And before we can have a snap, we have a whistle.
No. Now that's shocking.
Ball start. Offense, 76. 5 yards. Repeat first down.
first quarter, I guess, and it's both teams. It's not just one.
Does anybody know the high school record?
It's right for the
penalties?
first quarter, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's just they're just nervous, 'cause, a lot of different
Now this is a
things.
huge game again in the Valley. This is the game of the week.
Yep.
So 3:52, 1st and 15. And this time, Sepulveda will keep it, and he's going to have a nice run, and he is at the 50. He's at the 40. Can anybody catch him? He'll be knocked out at the 22-yard line, and what a run by him. That run was about 53 yards.
Yeah. They were setting that up last series, holding the ball, or giving it to Jeremy, and this time, watch Sepulveda keep it. I'm going to do this myself.
Yeah.
And he's got some speed. We really didn't know that he had that much speed. Quickly up to the line of the Panthers there.
And it might have been closer to 56 yards by the time they marked him out. So it's inside the 20 at the 17. Sepulveda will throw to his right side and doesn't get much on that wide receiver screen. Again, he was trying to get that over and actually did get it over to Roy Stroman.
Right, quick offense here. They want to go up tempo, maybe catch the defense for the Falcons, not lined up right or something like that. That didn't work,
No.
but you know that eventually the Panthers will come back to it, especially with all those athletes they have at wide receiver. You got to go back to those guys. They're out there available for you, playing one-on-one basically. That's what it looks like, at least what that play was, but we'll see what they kind of defensive formation they get in.
Second down, the ball at the 17-yard line. Weslaco, their second series of the night. Remember, they missed a field goal on their first offensive series, and Jeremy Perez will go ahead for a couple of yards, but he is knocked down by J.T. Lozano.
Yeah, Frank Quintero was there too, and really he collapses anything that's coming his side. He's got contention on the outside. Frank does, and some of the other big guys do too. Those two guys combined there for a nice tackle on Big 99 J.T. Lozano.
It's going to be third down now, and 8. Sepulveda throws it into the end zone, tries to get to Jeremy Lincoln, and he gets it. He catches it for a touchdown. So that was a 17-yard touchdown to Donnie Lincoln. Remember, we talked about how in recent games he has really picked up the pace in catching the touchdown passes. I believe this is his 4th in the last 3 games. And watch Sepulveda go back, and he will throw a nice spiral.
Look at the coverage here, too. It's not bad coverage at all.
No, Lincoln was definitely covered over there, and I believe that was number 38, Adrian Ortiz.
Yeah.
Adrian Ortiz
was out there. He couldn't have asked for better coverage. He's going to go to coach and say, what do you want me to do?
Extra point is good. So we have 2:12 remaining here in the opening quarter, and it is the Weslaco Panthers over the Los Fresnos Falcons 7-0. This is a KWES production.
I was impressed with just the way they were able to set it up, and it was coming. They were running Jeremy quite a bit the last series. This series, they kind of went back to it, and they were focused on Jeremy. They don't want Jeremy to beat them. So Coach Peña says, hey, well, you know what? We're going to run number 2. And he's pretty fast. We were saying that we didn't know how fast he was because we didn't see him run really on a quarterback keeper until the Edinburgh High game. That was back in non-district. And he took off, and we were like, wait a minute, this changes things. I go back to that game, and I circle it as the growing up game where I said, man, this quarterback has really picked up now, and you see the benefits of some of those games now on this series. He led to a touchdown.
So Sepulveda continuing his very strong year. 8th touchdown pass of the season, only 1 interception. And the Panthers go ahead after the 17-yard touchdown reception by Donnie Lincoln. 7-0 with 2:12 remaining here in the opening quarter. And the Falcons will get their second attempt on the night. Remember, they had to punt it away the first time they had the ball. And, of course, they faced a lot of penalties that time.
Yeah, there's a lot of penalties. That's something that the Panthers were able to stay away, at least after the last penalty, which was a movement there by the offensive line. And now you can see they were close last time. Last series, this past series, they just took it in. Nice play by both Sepulveda and Lincoln.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And again, we talked about Robert Pineda. He actually was the RGVSports.com Player of the Week after a 36-33 win over PSJA earlier this season, the second game of the season. And remember, he's just a freshman. He is going to hand it off, and it looked like the runner was going to be tackled in the backfield, but does get ahead for a few. And, of course, we're talking about Gael Palestina.
Really, this defense is trying to beat their man up front. You're going to see that immediately as he gets that ball. You're going to have a couple of Panthers there. Basically, AC Vega's there. Number 62 missed the tackle, but he was able to slow him down. That was Fabian Martinez.
Right. And eventually it was Devin Fuentes bringing him down, and Fuentes having a good year. Leads the team with 62 tackles.
Yeah, and it plays like it every single game.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 7. This time, quarterback keeps, and he is going to be brought down after about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, this defense is ultra aggressive right now. They are really coming to the quarterback, and they're not giving him any space. As a matter of fact, on the replay, we'll see that he's looking for something, and he kind of cuts it back in, and then nothing is there, basically. Yeah, Fabian Martinez comes up with the tackle.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Ball at the 27-yard line. Los Fresnos has it in their own territory. Under 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. Been a while since Weslaco's been home.
Right.
Like about a month, it seems.
At least.
Yeah. So they're enjoying the home cooking in the early going. And this time a pitch. And it's missed by the running back. It goes out at the 22. It looks like it's going to be Los Fresno's ball.
Yeah, Pineda, they just needed 3 yards. But they disrupted. Come up, watch the play get disrupted here.
Yeah, Pineda tries to throw it to the running back and he loses it, right?
Fabian Martinez did an attack. Good thing he didn't, because that made Sepulveda think about it. And guess what happened? Sepulveda holds on to it too long.
So it goes from 3rd and 3 to 4th and 16.
Yeah.
And the punt is going to come from around the 15-yard line. So huge play, huge defensive play. But, of course, it was aided by the offense muffing the ball. But still, you did get it back. And going into punt. All right. We have ended the first quarter of play. And right now, Weslaco has a 7-0 lead over Los Fresnos. This is a KWES production. All right, the teams will change sides. And, of course, we're glad to have our friend Ivan Palacios here covering this story. It'll be in the Monitor newspaper tomorrow. And we won't mention too loudly which team he picked.
What do you pick?
Well,
no?
I'm a journalist. I got to tell you, it was Los Fresnos, who's just punting the ball right now. But, again, you know, I joke around, but it's tough when I've been a newspaper writer, and you got to pick one of the teams to win.
Crank up the heat in this room, would you?
What's that?
Crank up the heater.
So the punt goes off, and it is taken right now. And by the way, by Jeremy Perez and down, where Weslaco gets it at about their own 43. He does a great job every week, seriously, in the Monitor covering 6A. He does a special story about 6A football in the Valley every Thursday.
Covers all 6A football, right?
Yeah, that's his specialty. And
cool.
But again, we'll see who wins tonight. All right, it is going to be 1st down. We appreciate his help, by the way, all the time, and his support. It's going to be 1st down at the 44-yard line. Pass is complete inside to about the 49 in the visitors' territory.
Yeah. Gabriel Renteria Garcia, tight end / receiver. You know, Coach mentioned something very interesting. He likes throwing to Gabriel. And I said, well, why? He said, wouldn't you? He's 6'3".
Right.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Conversation is over, right? Yeah, big target.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 3, 7-yard catch. Ball at the 49-yard line in Los Fresnos territory. Jeremy Perez has it. He's going to get the 1st down and a lot more. He'll get down to the 39-yard line. So on that particular play, gets 10, right?
Yeah, it's the yellow hanky makes the appearance again. Right. We'll see what it's called, but usually in the area of holding, usually on the offense, when you get a nice little run like that. Of course, we'll wait for the official word.
The tackle was made by Raul Gonzalez. Announcement coming up in just a moment.
Holding. Off is number 12. 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat. Second down.
Gonzalez, by the way, has 16 tackles this year so far for Los Fresnos. Their leading tackler is Francisco Quintero. We've mentioned him. He has 29, and a couple other guys have tackles in the 20 yards, or over 20.
Right.
So they have a pretty balanced defense as far as who gets the tackles.
Right.
Second down, and it will be about 12 yards. And there will be a running play that picks up about 2 or 3.
Those types of runs are really cool because you can pick up some yardage back from the penalty. You're going to see really one of the tackles coming up from the opposite side. That's big number 79 for the Panthers. That's your left tackle, Diego Zavala, pulling. Mm-hmm. And so he was able to open up a little bit of room for Jeremy.
Hunter Posada, a freshman linebacker. They've got some young players.
Yeah, they got
in there.
some real young guys.
Yeah, he makes the tackle. So it is going to be third down, about 8 to go. And again, rolling is Sepulveda. And actually, the nearest receiver was the guy for Los Fresnos, in and out of his hands, and that's Adrian Ortiz.
Hold on a minute. Guess what? There's at around the 45, there's a little yellow detail that we're about to get to.
Pass interference. Defense, number 26, at the spot of the foul, automatic, first down.
Trying to slow Donnie Lincoln down. It has been a challenge for any team.
Right.
I mean, and he's just that type. He just his basic footwork to run the route tree, right, is so impressive for this young man that sometimes you just got to hold on to your life.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line. In Los Fresnos territory. Andy Sepulveda back to pass. Throws it downfield. And is that going to be pass interference?
Oh, geez, that could have been easily.
A lot of stuff going on. Mekhi Jones was the intended receiver. We see him.
I think Mekhi Jones feeling pretty all right.
Yeah, let's watch this again.
Wants to go deep, all along.
Back to pass. There comes Jones.
Donnie Lincoln was there in the same area, too.
Yeah. So you can make your own judgment if you're watching the game. All right, it is going to be second down. 10 yards to go. Ball at the 45-yard line. Have to get to the 35 in Los Fresnos territory for the first down.
They're playing
Trips
single
on the left.
here. Yeah, they're playing single against these guys.
All right. Sepulveda has it, and he will be thrown for a loss. It was a designated running play, designed running play, maybe lost 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And I believe in on the tackle, we just saw him on the screen a moment ago, was Hunter Posada, the freshman we talked about a few moments ago.
If he just steps up right there, he has no pressure. He's got Donnie streaking down the middle. But again, that pressure, you mentioned him as a young player here, was able to get in there and make a play.
Also, an inside linebacker in on that play, Juan Sanchez, another freshman.
Right.
Youth must be served tonight for Los Fresnos on defense.
They do have quite a bit of youngsters on this defense and offense as well.
So it'll be third down and 12. Loss of a couple. Sepulveda, spread formation, tries to get it downfield, and he does. And going to take it all the way to the house. It's going to be a 47-yard touchdown. Nice job that time by Ryan Salazar.
That's your B-ball guy right there going up for this one. You're going to see the replay. What a nice pass by Sepulveda. You're going to see our replay here. Steps back. He knows where he wants to go. Looks off the safety. Right in the middle. Boom. Catches it right up in front of the corner. And he just looks up and he says, wait a minute, can I beat this guy? Sure can. Turns on the
Joshua
Jets.
Munoz was the man he beat. So a 47-yard touchdown with 9:12 remaining here in the first half. Extra point attempt is up and good. So Weslaco, they will go ahead after 2 touchdown passes to Donnie Lincoln and also to Ryan Salazar. They're up 14-0. Again, 9:12 remaining in the first half. This is a KWES production.
They're taking advantage, the Weslaco offense, and the fact that they're playing single on the receivers. You called it earlier. They have trips to one side, and sometimes they'll get a little help, but they don't want to sacrifice that safety pulling him back because the threat of the run is with Jeremy Perez. So what do? They're playing single your receivers, and against these receivers, let's be honest, unless you give a lot of pressure and you bring a lot of blitz, and then you're bringing more guys that you need back there, these guys are going to be covered by one-on-one. So they have a big chance, like we did that. Ryan did that. We had Mikai. Donnie has done it already. And Sepulveda is just on the money on these passes. So far, a great night for this Panther passing offense. And Andy Sepulveda, he is looking mighty impressive this evening.
I have to double-check my stats later. But what I have is Salazar, coming into this game, had 3 catches for 47 yards. Does that sound familiar? Just a moment ago, he caught a 47-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah.
He had 1 touchdown coming into this game, so he just doubled the amount of his reception yards this season. He has now gone up to, I believe it's about 94, if my math is correct.
That is kiss-worthy, as the kiss cam is on.
As long as they don't show us.
Your phone, that's right. Yeah, we definitely don't need that.
No.
The kickoff went off here, and looks like they're going to. Coach wants to. Look like there was a penalty of some sort.
All right.
That might have went out of bounds.
Yeah, we'll see.
So we'll see what they want to do.
Offsides, kicking team, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Real quick, big family affair tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, we mentioned it. Coach Cantu mentioned this earlier. So this evening you have obviously coordinator of the offensive coordinator for the Panthers, Joe Peña, is going up really against the Falcons, and his brother happens to be the special teams coordinator and receivers coach, Greg Peña. Funny story, walking down the elevator, saw their mom with a split shirt, Panther logo, Falcon logo. I said, wait a minute. He says, don't ask me, I can't decide.
Yep. And of course, we're doing this tongue-in-cheek. We told the Los Fresnos coach that they could take Ivan Palacios back on the bus with them since he picked Los Fresnos to win. But we were just kidding. Of course.
We were kidding.
Yeah, we joke around a lot.
Yeah.
So a running play that time, and we're going to see it pick up a few yards that time.
Now that pitch has been successful. They pitch it over again to
Palestina.
Yeah. And they've had success with that one. And really, they've got to have somebody out there to make that play. They got to contend that area. They've been getting chunks of yardage from that. Either that or have that corner get off his blocks, basically.
So Gael Palestina picks up 5 on that play to the 35-yard line. Los Fresnos in their own territory. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Receivers stacked on each side. And this time, also a short gain. Palestina again picks up about another 3.
Again, he's running into this second level of this defense. And I don't know if that's such a good thing. You say, why? Well, you have Jeremy. Obviously, you have Vega in there. And this time you see number 9. That's a guy that you don't want to run into, Devin Fuentes. And he's the leading tackler on this team. And he showed it there. Short yardage here for the Falcons.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 2, ball at the 38-yard line. Under 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. Pistol formation. And this time the ball will be thrown down the field. And it's going to get the first down on the far side of the field. Getting the reception that time is Thomas Sandoval. I do want to talk about him for a minute.
Yeah.
We have not had a chance to bring him up, but he is a very top receiver. 16 catches for 264 yards, 4 touchdowns. Last week, 7 catches for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. How would you like to be 1 yard short of the century mark?
Yeah, that's right. Just throw me another quick pass, Coach, before it's all said and done.
But it is 1st and 10 as they get the ball to the 44-yard line, and he'll play sometimes on special teams too, as far as a kick returner. So this time, once again, a running play, and it's going to pick up close to 10 yards. Nice job by Palestina.
They're just looking for a crease. He's not, I was mentioned earlier, not a quick, big guy. Quick, can get there, and boy, did he this time around. Looking for his blocks to develop, and then cuts back inside, and then cuts it right back inside again. And then, of course, he runs into Vega, and that ended quickly.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 2. Pickup of 8 on that play. Ball is at the 47-yard line in Los Fresnos territory. Approaching the midway point here in the second quarter. Weslaco ahead 14-0. Sepulveda, a couple touchdown passes. Leads to Ryan Salazar, also one to Donnie Lincoln. And that is going to be a pass play way downfield. and the closest player to get it was actually a Panther that particular time. And back there defending was Ryan Gonzalez. We've talked about him some this year.
Yeah, good thing. He's back from an injury. Remember, against Harlingen, he hit himself on the edge of the track out there. And so he's back. Good to see him out there playing safety, cornerback. And you know, they have some talent back there. It's good to see always is number 0. Right. Gavin Silva is back from injury from the last
And I
week.
love track, don't get me wrong, and that stadium's been around a long time. It's just unfortunate the track is so close to the field.
Right.
Can't do anything about it.
Yeah, just one of those sometimes things. It just happens.
Yeah. All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and 2. This time, Pineda keeps it, and he is going to be stopped for no gain. Runs around the right side.
Gotta give credit where credit is due. Pablo Cadena. It's about time we mentioned his name. He was awfully quiet.
Wasn't he injured earlier this year?
He was. He had been injured. He went in there. Vega was in there, but number 64, Pablo Cadena making a play. You know, on this very explosive offense.
So it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to punt. I thought they might try for it.
Yeah.
But
this might be a good time maybe for a fake. Huh?
Yeah, it's 4th down and 3. Ball near midfield, but they sent the punting unit in. We'll have to see what happens here. And again, there's a whistle.
Yeah, I think Coach Stroman kind of figured this was...
Timeout. Weslaco.
There was territory
for them.
Yeah. So I do want to mention Pineda for a moment, if you don't mind.
Please.
He came on strong right away as a freshman. We mentioned he was the RGVSports.com Player of the Week after a 36-33 win over PSJA in week number 2. Get this, he totaled 340 yards, including 260 on the ground.
Yeah.
Here's a freshman running for 260 in his second game on 30 carries. He led Los Fresnos on an 18-play, 89-yard drive for the winning score in the closing seconds of regulation. It was a 10-yard pass to Joshua Limon, which sealed the victory. And Limon, we haven't really called at all tonight. I want to mention his stats. He has caught 25 passes for 319 yards and 4 touchdowns. And last week had 8 catches for 60 yards, but not much about him right now.
Hey, going back to Pineda, you know, he was an 8th grader last year.
Yeah.
Just think about that. He was in middle school last year. Look at how productive he's been. We talked to Coach Cantu about it. Maybe as the game goes on, we'll have his story. Interesting story of that young man.
So the punt coming up after the timeout. We'll see if Weslaco puts on much pressure. No, not that much. Punt will go back, and it's going to bounce at about the 20, and it'll be down at about the 21. That's where Weslaco will start. Have scored on 2 of their 3 possessions tonight, right? And the other one, they just missed a field goal on the 3rd one.
Wanted to end on that series that Los Fresnos had. The punter was set up for a fake. He couldn't do it because there was some pressure, but he was set up. If he had it, he had the green light to take that. So nice adjustment there by Coach Stroman.
I just was thinking, though, isn't this amazing so far for Weslaco? They've got 2 touchdown passes, but the other time they got within field goal range.
Right.
Didn't happen, but still. Yeah. All right. So Sepulveda has it. He keeps it, and this time the defense is ready and loses a little bit on that run.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of what happened in the last non-district game we had against Laredo United South, where they were spreading the ball around everywhere. The first 2 possessions were touchdowns. Right. So kind of similar start here. Hopefully it ends differently than it ended against Laredo United South, but at least to begin with, a very good offense.
So a loss of 2 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 12. Ball back at the 21-yard line. Have to get it to the 33 for the first down. Weslaco in their own territory. And Sepulveda has some time. He's going to run, and he'll be dragged down from behind after a gain of just a couple.
Heard the crowd. He didn't find anybody, and they were blitzing from the opposite side. And we'll see it here as he comes up. As soon as I'll see what is funny, because the crowd says this, sitting there, nothing. He goes, run! The crowd is the crowd saw there's nothing there. Take off, man. Nice play.
Vicente, I should say. Rosillo made the tackle. Defensive lineman, a senior.
Yep.
3rd down and 8. Approaching 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Sepulveda now passes over to the left side, and no gain on that pass reception. Again, out there to catch it was Donnie Lincoln.
Yeah, Ryan Pineda, if it sounds familiar, that's because he's the older brother of Robert Pineda. He plays plays corner / linebacker.
Yeah.
We'll play some offense as well.
And he's one of those players I talked about that has over 20 tackles this season.
Right.
He has 23.
Right. Nice tackle. Went low and made sure that Donnie is slippery. I don't get it wrong. He can get out of these things real quick. So it's a nice tackle there by Pineda.
So punt is coming up. Angel Lopez, his first punt of the night. Remember, he does the kicking, both field goals and punts. We'll talk about his punting ability in just a second. And that ball will bounce inside the 40. Picked up by Sandoval for a moment. Doesn't get much. We wanted to talk about Angel. He has 4 punts. That'll be his 5th one of the season. Coming into this game, 4 punts for 189 yards, averaging at 47.3 yards per punt. His long of the year, remember that 66-yarder out of the end zone.
Yeah, I remember that. That's one of the ones that kind of went backwards. Hey, look around camera, say hi to everybody.
Oh my gosh. Is the lens going to break?
I don't know, but we're going to give you a thumbs up. Go Panthers. How's that? Yeah, that's what we're doing. Live here from, and we're just happy to be back.
Yeah.
At Bobby Lackey Stadium, you know?
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
There's no place like home.
Yeah.
But everybody was nice to us on the road. Laredo, Harlingen, all the places we've been. So, again,
watch out.
There is going to be a little scramble here, and the pass was intended for Sandoval, but the quarterback did not have much a chance at all. Pineda, we really felt the pressure.
Yeah, number 44. You know, you got to appreciate the size of this young man and how fast he is. Humans, I don't know if they're made to be that big and that fast.
Do you know?
I don't know.
Well, you know what he reminds me of, 44?
Yeah.
Jeremiah Vega. He reminds me of William the Fridge Perry.
He's
Remember?
a big guy, yeah.
The Bears Super Bowl team by USA Today in '86 was voted the greatest NFL team of all time. Now, we can debate that. I am from Chicago, so again, I'm biased.
I agree with you.
I was at that Super Bowl, too, in New Orleans. But anyhow, the Fridge, William Perry, he could dunk a basketball, even as big as he was.
He's an athlete, right?
Yeah. So, I mean,
Timeout. The Fresnos. First time out of the half.
And that's what you get with Vega, really.
No, it's just he's an amazing player and really knows, what he's doing out there. And we're just having such a good time being here. It's just so fun to be home.
We traveled to Laredo, Harlingen.
Right.
We passed Weslaco plenty of times and never really stopped to watch a game here.
And speaking of out of town, Yordan Alvarez hit a 3-run homer in the 9th inning on Tuesday to get the Houston Astros.
What a cool play I was watching.
8-7 win over Seattle in Game 1 of the LCDS.
Yeah.
ALDS, I should say.
American.
ALDS. His walk-off homer to right field went 438 feet. Yesterday, Alvarez hit a 371-foot homer to the Crawford box in left field to put Houston ahead 3-2, and they eventually won 4-2. He's the first major leaguer in playoff history to hit a walk-off home run in one game, and in the very next game, hit a homer that put his team ahead for good. And who likes the Astros? We talked to him before the game.
Yeah. Desi Rodriguez, the athletic director, he wants to talk baseball.
Yeah, so he doesn't mind if we mention this during the football game.
That's right.
Pineda back to pass
Pressure.
once a day. He gets pressure, and he only picks up a yard. And, of course, that pressure coming on strong right away. And we give credit to Ray Guzman for that tackle.
R.J. Guzman, his coach can't stop talking about it. Pressure, though, the first guy to really apply it was Matthew Garza. Remember Matthew from last week had a big play, fumble recovery, where he pushed the quarterback and recovered the ball by himself. He was the original guy who put the pressure in. R.J. comes in and cleans up. Great play by that defense.
By the way, the Astros play tomorrow afternoon in Seattle.
Should be a fun one.
Lead the best-of-5 series 2-0. If they win tomorrow, they'll move on to the championship series.
We'll be watching that.
Yep. All right. It's on TBS, by the way, if you want to watch it.
Good.
3rd and 9, and this time Pineda has the ball again, and he's going to get a first down. He gets about 11 or 12 and goes out on the far sideline right in front of his bench.
That's exactly what the Panthers were not hoping would happen. Containment after you put pressure. The Panthers were there. Really, right at his feet, literally, Jeremy Vega, and then, of course, from the back, Cáceres is trying to reach him down. They've got to be careful with him, but you can't change that. That's what they do. They give you pressure, and then you're going to be able to have a little outlet, and that's what Pineda was hoping for, and Robert picked up a big first down.
Yeah. Let's hope this is not some kind of turning point. I always like to look at plays like that.
Sure.
Let's hope that the defense comes up. 2:13 remaining, 1st and 10. Ball is at the 47-yard line, and a little screen pass, and that is going to take the ball down to the 40, even farther than that, down to the 35. So that is going to be a first down, gain of about 12 on that pass. And once again, Palestina.
Yeah, and they like to move it. This is a nice play, just going out there, a little flare pass.
Yeah.
He's got it, and he lets it make the moves.
Yeah.
Use his speed, use his quickness to make something happen.
Ball down to the 35-yard line in Panthers territory. How many timeouts are left? Do you remember how many they have?
We'll check in a minute here to see how many the Panthers have. And the Panthers have 2, and Los Fresnos also have 2.
Okay, thank you. First down and 10. Dumps it off again to Palestina, and he is going to get down to about the 32-yard line. Nobody fooled that time. Pickup of about 3.
That's that pitch we've been talking about that has been successful in the past, but this time the Panthers, Fabian Martinez was out there.
I guess it's not a pass.
Yeah, Fabian Martinez, and then, of course, going low was Devin.
Right.
Boy, Devin is a tackling machine. Fuentes on the tackle.
Yeah, Devin Fuentes. This time it is a pass. It'll get down to about the 31-yard line. Still about 6 yards short. On the reception is the guy we talked about before not having any receptions.
Right.
His first of the night, Josh Limon.
Evan Zamora with a fantastic play to bring him down from behind. He would have made some more progress if he did it.
So it's going to be third down, clock moving. Third and about 5. Back to passes Pineda, and he overthrows his intended receiver. And on that play, it was going to be, again, Limon, but it's now fourth down.
This is interesting. I mean, you are at really a 30-yard, 40, would be a 47, 48-yard field goal. Too long for your kicker, I would think. Coach said, he could kick a 45, Coach Cantu mentioned?
Yes.
So that's a little too out. So you've kind of are forced to go for it here, right?
Yeah, I think so. Fourth and 6, they call it.
I mean, even if you're short, it's a four and about 6. Yeah, that's tough. I hope you run your best play. If I was them,
I would go for it, especially down 14-0.
You run your best play, I think, here.
Yeah.
Which is a run by your quarterback, I'm thinking.
Pineda?
Yep.
Looks like he's going to run. It looks like a blitz coming on.
Yeah.
And that's maybe why there's a timeout. We saw Devin Fuentes.
Delay game. Offense. Number 2.
All right.
5 yards. Repeat fourth down.
And maybe people like Fuentes kind of coming up in the gap looking like they're going to blitz might have caused that confusion.
That changes things all of a sudden. 5 yards, 5 yards, not a big deal. Well, when it's 4th and 6.
Yeah.
And then you add, now you're going to have to bring out your best pass play. Earlier, I was thinking your best running play, but now you've got to bring out your best passing play, and that's what they're going to do here. I for all my money, I'm watching number 3 coming out of the backfield. That's what I'm thinking at.
So,
either Palestina or Sandoval out of the backfield.
4th and 10, ball at the 35-yard line, and there we go. Pineda delays the pass, throws it down to the left side. Was he in bounds? Getting the ball would have been Lucky Perilous. He's a freshman wide receiver.
Yeah.
And
now that is interesting because, I mean, it was a bang play basically. Quickly, they're going to throw this, and I don't know if the receiver was in, but it was great footwork if he was.
Well, it's going to be a reception of about, 31 yards?
Yeah, that's a big
down
play.
to the 4. So first and goal from the 4, 35 seconds remaining. And this time it's going to be a run up the middle, straight up the middle for about 4 yards to Palestina. And it's going to be second down and goal to go from the 1.
Now, I wonder if there was a flag or something happened because...
Illegal formation.
Yeah.
Offense, 5 yards.
That's huge.
First down.
Now, the thing about this is obviously that's a penalty. They move further away.
Palestina had it at the 1.
Yeah, but you only have 29 seconds left.
How many timeouts again for them?
They should have at least one now for Los Fresnos. At least one.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's back at the 9-yard line. It's going to be first and goal to go. And you got to, I know these guys are great runners, but since you guys should have a timeout, you still could do a running play.
Yeah, good.
And they fake it, play action, and it's going to be a touchdown, a 9-yard touchdown pass from Pineda, and it goes to that freshman, Lucky Perilous.
Yeah, Lucky Perales, number 7. Man, nice slant.
Right.
Excellent throw there by Pineda. Just kind of coming down the middle. He's looking for somebody to come inside, and he does. Jeremiah Salinas was training a little bit on that play, but was in good position. Just couldn't catch up to Lucky. I just caught that. Lucky number 7.
Yeah, Lucky that's good.
I just put that together. Took me long enough.
Extra point attempt is coming up, and it will be J.J. Contreras, who has been doing the punting. They got a couple of kickers on the team.
Right.
But so far. Contreras, the junior, has gone all the way. It is up, and it is good. So with 23 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Los Fresnos gets on the board for the first time. They lead 14-7. This is a KWES production.
Big play, really, is what set that up. Excellent play, excellent throw. They needed something big through the air. We said it. They've got to bring in their best play, passing play, and they did. At least it looked like it. Picked up a first down, and then they were able to march it down and score. So this changes things. You know who's in trouble with this now, right? I was talking to Desi Rodriguez, the athletic director, before we came up.
Yeah.
And we mentioned to him, hey, can you take another game? Remember, he was here for the Weslaco East game. So that went down to the wire. Right?
Yeah.
I said, so if this goes down to the wire, are you ready for this? He says, no, don't do that. I said, well, I don't have nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying. So I don't know. We might be heading to that area. We still have plenty of football to play, but he's a guy that doesn't want to get to the last few moments anymore because I can't take that.
So, again, if you're Weslaco, I believe they have a couple timeouts remaining, but only 23 seconds. It would seem to me, even though Los Fresnos gets the ball to open the second half, you might not want to do anything too fancy unless you get a big return here from Donnie Lincoln.
Right.
And Lincoln is giving that good return, so since he got it to 32, you might want to try something.
You know, you've got a couple of plays, I'm sure, that you say, look, we're down in distance and this type of thing. We might try something, sure. But you are right. You got to be careful. You do have a lead.
Yes.
The Falcons received the ball to start the second half, the quarter. So you got to keep that in the back of your mind. Hey, do we run it? Do we set something up? You know, Coach Peña, I'm sure, is thinking of that too. All those things come into play. They've been blitzing. The Falcons have been blitzing Quintero off the edge. We'll see if they come. Now they're going to play a three-man line.
Sepulveda at quarterback. Perez in the backfield with him. We have Trips over there on the left side. So it looks like that could be a pass play, try to get something downfield, but they give it to Perez, and he'll spin around, only get a yard or two before JT Lozano, a guy that we talk a lot about tonight, puts him down.
JT Lozano quit football a few months ago. Okay. Coach said, I just don't know what happened. He never really gave me an explanation. Finally did. Says, I'm happy he's back. Boy, is he happy he's back.
And that is the end of the first half of play. Weslaco, Sepulveda, a couple touchdown passes to Donnie Lincoln and also to Ryan Salazar. And, of course, we saw just moments ago the touchdown pass from Los Fresnos. Any quick words before we go to halftime?
Hang on. It's a ball game. It's going to be a good one the second half.
32-6A, district action. Live on YouTube, KWES production. After one half of play, Weslaco here at Bobby Lackey Stadium over the Los Fresnos Falcons, 14-7. Halftime festivities coming up. We'll be back in just a little bit. For Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. This is a KWES production.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Los Fresnos High School presents the Mighty Outstanding Star Dance Team. First on our program is the Star Dance Team. The Star Dance Team would like to take this time to thank the entire community of Los Fresnos, their family and friends for their support. Our director, Mr. Pacayas, and Mr. Margarita Martinez. Start off with third lieutenant, sophomore, junior member, and one-year All-American, Ali Gonzalez. Second lieutenant, senior, four-year member, and one-year All-American, Liliana Villarreal. First lieutenant, sophomore, junior member, one-year All-American, and All-American kick company member,
Sanchez. Co-captain, junior, 3-year member, 3-year All-American, 1-year All-American kick company member, and Miss High Kick 2022, Saria Moreno. Captain, junior, 3-year member, 3-year All-American, and All-American kick company member, Ana Sofia Garcia. Major, senior, 4-year member, 1-year All-American honorable mention, 2-year All-American, and 1-year All-American kick company, Madeline Orgueta. Star of the week is junior Cassandra Martinez, and officer of the week is junior Saria Moreno. Tonight, the Stars will dazzle you with a prop routine to a selection made popular by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. This is I Love Rock and Roll. Ladies and gentlemen, we now present the Mighty Falcon Band. The band is under the field leadership of the head drum major, Elena Garza, Rafael Perales, and Isabella Chavez. Tonight, the band will perform its program entitled Renewed, featuring the music of Mozart, Bach, Beethoven, and Bjork. Money, Falcon Band exits the field to Los Fresnos High School fight song. Directors for the band are Andy Salois, George Rangel, Elisa Garcia, Patrick Anderson, David Leclerc, and Nick Agado. We would like to thank our principal of Los Fresnos High School and Los Fresnos United, Justin Stumbaugh and Alyssa Pineda, and Los Fresnos Consolidated Independent School District Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Gonzalo Salazar, for their continued support of our students. Thank you for your attention, and as always, go Falcons!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome onto the field our very own Weslaco High School Dreamette dance team. The Dreamettes are under the direction of Mrs. Raquel Rico and assisted by Ms. Delma Sullivan. Introducing our 2022-2023 Dreamette officers. 4th Lieutenant, Trinity Solis. 3rd Lieutenant, Haley Herrera. 2nd Lieutenant, Ariana Sepulveda. 1st Lieutenant, Jalen Nevares. Captain, Shelby Lara. And our 2022-2023 Dreamette Major for the 3rd year, Miss Rebecca Matias. Social officers are Alexa Garza, Vanessa Mireles, Carolina Salas, and Emily Garcia. Dreamettes of the Week are veteran Alexa Garza. And newbie Dreamette of the Week, Miss Mia Jurado. Now sit back and relax as our Dreamettes bring to you our halftime entertainment, palm routine to applause.
Hey, folks, don't forget to stick around after the game where the Panther Corps will perform their show at Pigskin. Let me hear you loud and proud and wish them luck tomorrow at Pigskin at San Benito, our mighty Panther Corps. Paying attention, all Panther fans, basketball season is around the corner. Come and help us kick off the 2022-2023 basketball season at our annual Panther Madness, Saturday, October the 29th. It's free for the entire family with free shirts for the first 400 people. Event starts at 7 and doors open at 6 p.m. Before we will be hanging out some treats on our trunk or treat event. That event starts at 5:30. This event is free, so bring the kiddies in their costumes for free goodies in front of the Sepulveda gym. Come on and help us, Panther Madness. Lots of fun, Saturday, October 29th. Halftime scores on the Jumbotron. Those scores are brought to you in part by Taqueria El Compaito, located across the street from the stadium. After the game, you can stop by and order your delicious lunches and a variety of taquitos, including bistec, trompo, fajitas, tripas, and more. Halftime scores brought to you by Taqueria El Compaito. As we get ready for the second half kickoff, we'd like to acknowledge our kickoff sponsor, Jones Galligan Key and Lozano, located at 2300 East Pike Street, Suite 300, right here in Weslaco. Jones Galligan Key and Lozano, attorneys at law. Don't forget the Little Panthers. We invite you to line up with the Panthers to run in before the second half.
Mic test. Mic test.
Texas Healthcare Imaging will be your third quarter sponsor. Texas Healthcare Imaging, committed to our physicians and our community, always using the utmost professional and state-of-the-art care and compassion. Visit Texas Healthcare Imaging with your open MRI, CT scans, ultrasound, and more. We accept most insurance plans for your convenience and peace of mind. Texas Healthcare Imaging, our third quarter sponsor.
And we are live, yes, from Weslaco, Texas. This is 32-6A football, a KWES production. Tonight we are live on YouTube, both audio and video. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison, and we are at Bobby Lackey Stadium, Texas National Bank Field. And at halftime, Weslaco, the Panthers, the home team, leading Los Fresnos, the Falcons, 14-7. Of course, Weslaco lost last week in their first district game in Harlingen. They are 0-1 in district play. Meanwhile, Los Fresnos beat Rivera. They're 1-0. And in this first half, Football Fred will talk about it in just a second, but Andy Sepulveda, a couple touchdown passes to Donnie Lincoln, and also had another one to Ryan Salazar. Lucky Perilous got a touchdown pass from Robert Pineda near the end of the second quarter to make it 7 for the Falcons. So 14-7 is the score. Your first half impressions.
Yeah, so basically here, now, Weslaco did what they really wanted on offense, basically. It wasn't until penalty slowed them down. Same thing for Los Fresnos. But really, Los Fresnos got a really big play there towards the end of the half on a big play for a touchdown. So now adjustments, right? Now comes the time where Coach Cantu and Coach Stroman are going to be ready now to make sure they've got the adjustments. We're going to see an exciting half of football.
And we are going to have the kickoff. Los Fresnos will get it. And now let us have the defensive lineup for the Weslaco Panthers.
Jeremiah Vega, Darren Hanks, Pablo Cadena,
Matt Garza.
Devin Fuentes, Evan Zamora, Braulio Peña, Devin Silva, Noah Cáceres, Jeremiah Salinas.
ATPE is your ally, your voice for professional educators.
And just real quick, Football Fred, some halftime scores. Harlingen is leading Hanna 20-0. San Benito over Rivera 28-3. And Donna leading Weslaco East 14-12. 5A action, but of course, the team from across town. All right, to begin the second half, it's going to be a run, and it's going to be a nice one of close to 12 yards. And of course, they've got a good running back out there, and we're going to give some halftime stats in a moment. Gail Palestina.
Yeah, and really the defense here was playing really off. I'm surprised they've been playing kind of up now up to the line, and they were on that one. They were just really behind. So we'll see if they kind of adjust here.
Palestina had 6 rushes for 23 yards in the first half. He was 2 of 18 in passing receptions. So it's going to be first down and 10. The ball is at the 37-yard line. Los Fresnos going toward the scoreboard at the south end of the field. It's going to be another running play, and this time Palestina is going to pick up about 3.
Personnel changes for sure already starting for the Panthers. As you see, Vega now moving up from the linebacker spot. He was playing the majority of the first half up to the end where he really is his usual spot. And we see the presence of Braulio Peña. Matter of fact, he was the one that made the tackle on that play right there. Nice play there by Braulio.
Robert Pineda, 6 of 10 passing for 67 yards and that touchdown. Rushing, he had 7 carries for 21 yards. It is going to be second down and 5. A minute into the second half, Pineda will keep it, and he is going to fall ahead. Very close to the first down. Needed 5, got about that.
And, they're going to make a concentrated effort to probably run your quarterback. I mean, he had opportunities. They kind of got away from that as we see the play here in the replay. And really looking for the blocks. He does a good job of kind of using his abilities. Coach mentioned the fact that he's a good decision maker.
So he did get the 5. And again, Los Fresnos' first possession of the second half. I do want to thank Ivan Palacios of the Monitor for giving us those halftime scores and the halftime statistics. He'll have the story online later tonight and in tomorrow's Monitor newspaper.
Dinner on me, Scott's paint. There you go.
Pineda has it, and he's going to just have to get rid of it. He felt a lot of pressure, a lot of flags in the first half.
Yeah.
We start out with 1, just less than 2 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, it looks like he had an offensive lineman kind of go downfield here a little bit. I mean, you can't, speaking like a true offensive lineman here.
Legal man downfield, number 50 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
You turn around and say, well, what do you want me to do? Are you going to run or are you going to stay there and pass? Which one is it? I'm thinking you're running, so I'm running with you. Yeah, that's the dilemma for an offensive lineman, Yeah.
All right. So the ball is back at the 41-yard line. Have to get it in Weslaco territory to near the 43. First down and 15. Again, Los Fresnos. They won the toss, deferred to the second half. And this time, it is going to be a running play of about 3 to the 45-yard line by Palestina.
Jeremiah Vega coming from the opposite side. He's lined up on the right side, and Palestina comes back and cuts it back inside, going more to your left side, and then Vega catches up from him. from behind.
Vega, 38 tackles on the season, 2 of the 11 sacks that Weslaco has. Last week he had 7 tackles. So it's going to be 2nd down and 12. Ball at the 45-yard line in Los Fresnos territory. Pineda, spread formation. Palestina lined up next to him, now moves from the right to left side. Slots on each side. And this time it's going to be passed back from Palestina to his rusher, his wide receiver, and he's only going to pick up about 2 yards to the 50-yard line with the ball with Sandoval. Talk about that play.
Yeah, Jeremiah Vega was just running as fast as he could. Grabbed up, and now they're going to have a penalty here. Now, this is a tough one.
Did you like
here.
the razzle-dazzle?
I did like the tricky Falcons. Yeah. But, you know, it didn't go as far as they wanted to go.
No.
This is going to help them a lot.
Foul. Unsportsmanlike, 44 defense, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
That's a killer.
Yes, it is.
You had him contain. He picked up some yardage, but then Jeremy, it's hard to get up, and he turned around, he swung him out one more time. He just figured out, hey, wait a minute, I'm out of bounds.
There's Pineda. It's first down. Ball at the 34-yard line in Weslaco territory. Falcons 7 points away from tying this game. Remember, the Panthers jumped out to a 14-0 lead before they scored in the closing moments of the first half. It's going to be a run this time, and it's only going to pick up a couple.
Boy, this is going to be interesting. The official
Vega, by the way,
did a fantastic job. Now, there's some holding going on, and you know, and you can call every play, but watch this.
Unsportsmanlike, 52 the defense, ball language to the referee, 15 yards, first down.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know what he said.
I don't think I've heard that penalty this year.
No, not at all. He came up and he was holding his hands up like, look, I'm being held. Look at my shoulder pads.
Number 52, first, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't make light of this, okay, but my first reaction to what you said was, did he do it in sign language?
It's basically it. Look, he turns around, 52 comes up, and look at him. He's pointing up, look at my shoulder pad. It doesn't come like this naturally. So I think that was
we don't give names of guys when they get penalties. You can figure out who 52 is on your own.
Yeah. So,
all right. So it's going to be first down and 10. The ball at the 20-yard line. So now we've got Los Fresnos heading into the red zone, aided by 2 15-yard penalties on this drive.
Boy, costly, yeah.
So we're about 3 minutes into the second half. And Coach Stroman had something to say to the white hat.
Yeah, he's probably telling tell me exactly
He
what
had his own words, but I'm sure it's nothing to get a penalty over. Okay.
What did he really say? Yeah.
What did he really think?
What did he really think? Yeah.
Not what he said.
Did he mean it? That kind of thing, you know? We're playing football after all.
That's right.
Yeah, he's telling them. He's talking to both coaches, both Coach Cantu and Coach Stroman. He's telling them, look, this is what's happening, and I just want you to know, if this happens again,
we could put out our own list. If you remember some old comedy routines, you might remember this. We could put out a list of 7 words you can't say on the football field.
That's true. That is. He just said maybe one of the fortunate ones.
Fans of the late George Carlin know what I'm talking about. All right, it's going to be a screen pass, and it's going to pick up about 8 yards. It was down to Thomas Sandoval, who hasn't had many receptions in this game.
And this offense, was really starting to get going here in the second quarter and doesn't need any help. And, of course, these 2 big penalties have contributed a lot to get them in the position that they are now. So it's going to be tough on this defense now to try to slow them down if they can.
Ball at the 13-yard line. So it's going to be second down, maybe a long 2. Trips on the right side, and this time Pineda keeps it, and he'll be down to the 5. So he is going to get about 8 yards on that play, but more importantly, it's going to be first and goal to go after the keeper.
Right down the middle. Coach Cantu mentioned something very interesting. Number 55 right in the middle, who's involved in that play, was a key player, Jesus Posada. He is their center. He said, look, I know a player to watch is our center. He's very important for us. He has been dealing with an injury last week, but he's able to go tonight, and you see the benefits with this offense. He was worried that he might not be able to go.
Devin Fuentes in on the tackle. So first and goal to go from the 5-yard line. 4 minutes and 15 seconds so far on this drive. Pistol formation. And this time it's given to the back And not much going that time for Gael Palestina.
Yeah, he's Jeremiah Vega and Pablo Cadena. Those guys are living in the backfield. At least in this drive.
Yeah,
I mean,
look at
right there is the first guy coming through. Just couldn't put his hands on him. But Matthew Garza comes in and cleans up. Braulio was there.
Yeah,
those guys.
So a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and goal to go from the 6-yard line. And what's impressive, this drive is already 8 of 5 minutes of the second half. Pineda, Palestina lined up to his left. This time Palestina keeps it, tries to look for someone down toward the end zone, but just kind of throws it away.
And really, there was nobody in the vicinity, but he was already out of the pocket, so he was able to get rid of it. Nice play. See, this is the you say Coach Cantu mentioned. Like the decisions that he makes, he doesn't make them as a freshman. He acts and plays like a freshman.
And so, you're gonna have a good story talking about how he decided to start this freshman quarterback. That'll come up when we have a little more time.
It's impressive just because of the age of this young man and his development is just fantastic.
Okay, 3rd down and 6 after the incomplete pass. Ball at the 6-yard line, so it's actually 3rd and goal to go. 6:51 remaining in the first half. Palestina, actually, the ball is sent. It's incomplete. It is intended that time for Josh Limon, a top receiver, but Pineda, incomplete on the pass.
And really, he's running out of time. He's got to get rid of it quickly because his receiver's full sprint coming from the middle of the end zone.
He was open
to the opposite side and just couldn't get it there to him. Right?
He did get behind the defense. Give Limon credit, but again, he's a top receiver. So we're going to have a field goal attempt, and I believe the holder is going to be Angel Arce. He's a wide receiver. And it's going to be a 23-yard field goal attempt by J.J. Contreras, first name Jose. He'll put it up. It's very high, and it's very good. So with 6:40 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, 14-10 is the score. Weslaco lost Fresnos, and that particular series took a lot of time. It took 5 minutes and 20 seconds, but I hear there's a penalty.
Yeah, it looks like Weslaco might have been offsides.
All right.
So now they're talking to Coach Cantu, and he wants to know, look, I want a points, or what do I want to do?
Well, it's going to be good, I guess.
I'll tell you what he said. Decline, touchdown, good. That's basically my translation of what the official said.
All right, again, the score is the Weslaco Panthers 14, Los Fresnos 10. This is a KWES production. 6:40 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Los Fresnos has scored 10 unanswered points. Are you going to start pushing the panic button at least a little bit if you're Coach Stroman?
No, I'm actually kind of happy with my defense. Are you kidding? We gave them literally 30 yards, at least 30 yards,
30
maybe even more.
Remember.
Yeah, 30, if not more, of penalty yardage on that. And you only gave them 3 points? I'm happy if I'm Coach Ramirez, the defensive coordinator. Of course, he might never be happy ever as a football coach, but the fact is that at least you limited them. Now, you got to get your offense rolling. Your offense had been moving early on, so you got to get back to that.
Well, this is going to be only the first offensive series for Weslaco in the second half.
Yeah, it's not like they had many chances, right?
And looking at some of their stats, Sepulveda in the first half passing. Listen to this. Okay, onside kick.
Yeah, they weren't ready for this one.
No, they weren't.
Coach Cantu, tricky Falcons quickly.
Falcons get it.
Yeah, they do. They were really honestly, the Panthers were not ready for it. Let us be honest. They caught him off guard.
Falcons are going to get it in Weslaco territory.
You're going to see this. They quickly come up, and there's a kick, and they had a guy already out there to receive it, and the Panthers were caught off guard. Yeah, this is a district game.
And by the way, it was a guy on the good hands team. The guy that got it, and that was Thomas Sandoval.
Yeah, they know that if they give the ball back to Weslaco, they could
Coach Stroman not happy. Did you think maybe they were lined up off sides or something? We're talking about Los Fresnos.
I wonder if he's going to question the fact that it went 10 yards.
Yeah, that may be what
it is. Did it go past 10 yards? And he says, I checked. I brought out my ruler.
He called the white hat over. And that was not their usual kicker. It might have been Lamone. I was trying to see. It might have been I think that was Lamone who kicked it.
Well, they quickly went to it. They
Yeah.
didn't even give you a chance to kind of look at it. Hey, great play.
Right.
You know, you can't. That's a good strategy there by Coach Cantu.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line of Weslaco, and now already a second offensive series for the visitors, and Weslaco has not had one yet. But the defense is up to the task. Pineda tries to take it around the left side on a rushing play. Gets nothing. Jeremiah Vega among those in on the tackle.
Yeah, he's having a monster game. Monster game. He comes up and really waiting for something to develop, and there's nothing there. 44 just brings him down. And really, what a great play by, again, Jeremiah Vega has been all over the field here to start off the third quarter.
All right. Approaching the midway point of the third quarter, and Weslaco has not touched the ball on offense yet.
No, and I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
Keep him on the sidelines.
2nd down 11. Pineda loss of 1 on that rush. This time he will hand it off, and that's going to be a nice gain. We'll say it's about 8 yards. And guess who? You know, their running back who has impressed me, Gail Palestina. You like him, don't you?
Yeah, he's just one of these guys he's tough. For being a young guy,
Yeah. And again, a nice run on that play, but also a nice tackle. And that tackle was made by Jeremiah Vega.
Wonder how many tackles he has already.
I don't know. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4. Ball at the 40-yard line in Weslaco territory. Even in our enclosed booth, we hear the Weslaco fans. Great turnout by them, really cheering on their team. And that will be short of the first down.
Yeah.
Palestina, right?
Yeah.
Had it, only picked up 2 or 3.
Well, you took a chance with a field goal, 4th down. You got to go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking, right? I mean,
Yes.
if you took a chance.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, maybe that's the reason I'm not a coach, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it looks like
And
they're
by
going
the way, it
to.
was Pineda that kept it, a quarterback keeper. Let me make a correction.
And it looks like they're going to punt this one and try to play some field position with the Panthers.
All right.
That could be another.
Well, the ball
option.
was at the 38, had to get to 36, but they definitely have J.J. Contreras in there, or Contreras
Might
in
have
there.
the green light. Might have that
Yeah,
green
he
light.
might have the green light. We'll have to see. Nobody back.
Fake.
They're going to do a fake. Yes, they are. And it's going to be the first down to the 30. So they pick up about 13 yards. I did not see who rushed the ball.
Yeah,
Have to see
they're
maybe
one
on
of
the
the
replay.
first other guys
Yeah.
that was there. And really, I mean, what do you do? I mean, they're pulling out all the stops here. They onside kick. It went for a 4th down.
Let's watch the replay here.
Looks to be number 36. We'll see in a minute here.
Yeah, a direct snap to
Number 26.
right.
Yeah, that's going to be Joshua Munoz, the young wide receiver.
Yeah. All right, so it's down at the 31-yard line, and it is going to be 1st and 10. Give them credit. They've had a couple of good razzle-dazzle plays. No trickery tonight.
They're good. They're not leaving anything in the tank, that's for sure.
Palestina has it, and he is going to get down to about the 24-yard line. Give him maybe 7 or 6 on that play.
I think Coach Cantu feels that, look, if we give the ball back in any type, shape, or form with Weslaco, they're going to get rolling. We need to keep them off the field. We got to get some points. We need possessions. That makes sense.
So 2nd down and 2, 8-yard gain. Ball at the 23-yard line. Have to get it to the 21. We played about 8 minutes in this half. Weslaco has not touched the ball once on offense. Palestina has it again. He's going to get the first down at about the 19-yard line. Give him 3 or 4 on that play.
Yeah.
Oh, Pineda keeps it. I'm sorry. Pineda keeps it.
And
Did he? Or hold on.
No, he gave it to the running back.
Yeah, he did give it. Okay, I want to make sure.
And you know, I'm just impressed with the way that not just Pineda, but also Palestina does this.
Yeah.
Look what he does here. He's patient, waits,
Right.
and then he goes. He's
Yeah.
waiting for that block to develop, and then he kind of squirts himself in there and picks up a big first down.
Okay, so the ball is at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 in Weslaco territory. And again, this time Pineda fakes it. He'll keep it. He'll get down to about the 14. So give him a gain of about 5.
And again, they're comfortable with that. That's their offense. Bits and pieces here and there, pick up a few yards, and then just try to live another down and get it even closer.
Yeah. Nice play.
Yeah, this is their running game.
Darren Hanks, by the way, on the tackle.
Yep.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 4. Ball at about the 15-yard line. Pistol formation. gives it to the deep back there. And again, it's going to go down to about the 5. First down, gain of close to 10 for Gael Palestina.
But this defense is tired.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been out there
9 minutes. They've been out all 9 minutes of this half.
And it's all been defense.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something special they're doing. The blocking remains the same.
Right.
It's just your defense sometimes is huffing and puffing. You know, they're trying to get up, and just the blocks become easier for you as an offensive lineman when your guy is tired.
Going to mark the ball at the 5-yard line.
And I think Coach senses that.
Yeah, so first and goal from the 5. And
Timeout. Weslaco. First time out of the half.
Pineda, you talked about how he's a special player and how the coach decided to make him his quarterback. Tell us more.
We asked Coach Duntu, how did you find him? He was in 8th grade. He goes, well, fact was that his brother was playing for us last year.
Ryan, right?
Yeah, Ryan. He says, and so he was good. He came with his brother to the gym and working out, and we started talking to him. We had already seen him play at the 8th grade level, and he looked pretty good. He says, but we never thought that coming back into our program, he was going to learn that quickly. We just knew that because his focus, what he wanted to do, you know, how he reacted to the game was so strong that Coach said, look, we've got to give this kid a chance. And so they have given him an opportunity to do so. And boy, they've benefited quite a bit. You know, he's one of the captains of this team. His brother, Ryan, even voted for him.
He's a senior?
Yeah, he's a senior. What if for his younger brother to be one of the team captains? So that tells you the leadership. Young man, just a freshman, that Robert Pineda has.
We see, as we looked at the crowd, great crowd here for both teams, a lot of pink out there, a lot of people helping celebrate National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Pineda keeps it, and he's going to get down to about the 1 before he's knocked out of bounds, gain of 4. So it's going to be second down and goal to go from the 1.
Right. If you wanted to put a defensive player against him, good thing it was Gavin. It was track on track.
Ryan Salazar, who has a touchdown this game, now playing on defense as well.
Yeah, you've got some speed out there. They're trying to get some speed out there, especially on the defensive backfield.
Salazar pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, so they nice play there. Let's see what they come up here when they second down.
All right, second down and goal to go. Ball at the 1-yard line. Palestina lined up next to Pineda. Pineda, though, is going to keep it, and he will be stopped at the 1. Ball comes loose, but was he down already?
It looked like he was down.
Yeah, for a second, as you see on the screen, it looked like Devin Silva got the ball.
Right, nice penetration there. We'll probably see it on the replay. They were able to make a nice play. Evan Zamora was there. It looked like Martinez was there.
And
so now,
to me, I've seen a lot of football for years.
Yeah.
But if they don't score right now, they will have kept the ball on offense for a whole quarter.
Wow.
All right? You only have seconds remaining.
It's unheard of.
If they don't score on this play, there's 25 seconds clock running. Los Fresnos will have the ball the whole quarter with not one offensive snap for the home team. Pineda has it, and he will not get in. Nice tackle that time. It's going to be fourth and goal to go from the 1, but we'll go into the next quarter before that happens. Tackle, again, made on that play by Jeremiah Vega. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. And right now, it is Weslaco hanging on to a 14-10 win over Los Fresnos. This is a KWES production. All right. Football Fred, I went to my first game live at the old Wrigley Field in Chicago when the Chicago Bears first played there on my 10th birthday on November 9th, 1969. It was Brian Piccolo's last game in Wrigley Field. But why I bring this up is, of all the football I've seen since then, I've never seen one team not have an offensive snap in a quarter.
Yeah.
And that's what just happened to Weslaco.
Onside kick and a fake punt.
Yeah. So it is 14-10 the Panthers, but it's fourth and goal to go for Los Fresnos. And this time the quarterback's going to keep it. And Pineda fumbles at the goal line. He fumbles at the goal line. And regardless whether Weslaco gets it or not, it's going to turn over on downs. But I think maybe Weslaco recovered it.
They did. At about the 1 yard line, that's where they picked it up. Boy, talk about a game of inches. He was about to cross into the end zone.
Pineda was about to cross, like you said. Let's watch the replay.
Right.
Fakes the handoff. Now he's going to go to his left. And I did see the player that came up and caused the fumble was Devin Fuentes, right?
Devin Fuentes. Boy, all that work.
Yeah.
Now the Panthers are pinned deep, obviously.
So the Panthers get their first offensive possession of the second half with 11:52 remaining in the fourth quarter. They went 12 minutes and 8 seconds and did not have an offensive possession here in this half.
Now you got to be careful here if you're the Panthers.
Yeah, it's inside the 1.
You want to switch momentum here, and Donnie Lincoln. They call the timeout.
Yeah. Weslaco. First time out of the second half.
All right, can you give me just a moment to go over some of the stats? This is courtesy of our friend Palacios of the Monitor. Sepulveda, Andy Sepulveda in the first half, 7 of 11 passing for 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also ran the ball 4 times.
Second time out of the half.
4 times for 57 yards. But remember, there was a loss on 3 of the runs.
Yeah.
He got all the yardage on that one big run of 57.
Right.
Okay, Jeremy Perez was really corralled in the first half. 7 carries for 6 yards. And Mekhi Jones, 2 catches for 50 yards. That was good to see. And Donnie Lincoln, he had 2 catches for 17 yards, but one was a 16-yard touchdown reception.
Right.
So that was some good news. Of course, Ryan Salazar also caught, I guess it was about a 9-yard pass, something like that, for a touchdown. So that is some of the key statistics for Weslaco in the first half. It is going to be 1st and 10 inside the 1-yard line. Weslaco underneath the goalposts, away from the big screen television here. And again, we see in the backfield Sepulveda, the quarterback, Perez at running back. Sepulveda will throw it out from the end zone, and he gets the ball down to the 5. That reception was good for about 4 yards. That was Jones, right?
And that was number 12. That's Renteria Garcia.
Garcia, okay,
On that
All
play.
Right.
I hold my breath every time they throw from the end zone. You know,
he's done a nice job this year.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2nd down. And about 6 to go from the 5-yard line. Very daring, throwing it out of your own end zone. This time Perez has it. He'll spin, get about 2 yards to the 7. Remember, he has to get to the 11, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 4. And there is timeout on the field. Is there injury?
It looks like a Falcon might be down.
All right.
I'll wait for a minute to make sure. You know, this is interesting what you just mentioned. I just can't believe we're that stat. All 30. I've never seen that either.
Now, have you? Yeah, I'm going to ask you.
No, not like that. I've seen where they get the ball at least for possession.
Yeah.
Maybe a 3 and out.
Yeah.
But never a full quarter.
No, that's because there was the onside. And the reason for people just tuning in, the reason this happened was that Los Fresnos kept the ball for quite a while, over 5 minutes on the opening possession, scored, but then a surprising onside kick they recovered,
right,
and they used up the rest of the quarter and then 8 more seconds.
Sorry, you had a trick plays? You've shown all your cards, right? You've got the onside kick. You did the fake
punt. By the way, we had a player shaken up, but
he seems to be okay. Yeah, he's good. He's
not sure who it was, but he's walking off.
He's walking off. That's good to see. Good to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking, what else do you have on your, as a tricky play?
Well, right now, the trick is, you like this?
No.
It's almost Halloween. The trick is for Weslaco to treat their fans. You like that?
Yeah.
4 yards.
Get you.
And get the first down.
Get you. Sound just like a writer.
Well, this will be the last home game, I think, right before Halloween here. So there is the pass, and it should be enough for the first down.
Yeah.
And that is Jones this time.
And why not? They've been out there to Mekhi. He's been active tonight. Getting over that flu bug and stuff. It looks like he's out there, quick timing pattern. Throw it out there quickly, catch it, and then make a play. They've got to play him behind.
Now, they've
got to give him space.
So 1st and 10 at the 13. Going to be a handoff to Perez. I love how he spins. And he'll get to the 17-yard line. Gain of about 6. Are you for an 11-minute and 52-second drive football, Fred?
Well, if they did it, You know,
Well, that's what I meant for Weslaco.
Yeah. I mean, if Weslaco, if they did it, Weslaco can do it too, and they might try to run some clock. Remember, two timeouts already have expired for Los Fresnos.
Jaden Gonzalez, a junior defensive back on the tackle. Good when you start seeing defensive backs having to make tackles. If you're a Weslaco fan, that means you're getting some penetration.
A lot of people out at the line now for the Falcons. They're prepared for that run. They want to throw that pass, maybe.
2nd down and 7. Perez has it again, but he is hit in the backfield again by Jaden Gonzalez.
Now, Jaden has made 2 big plays tonight. That was another one right there. And there's some yards that were lost there on that one. So now they've
it's going to be 3rd and about 9. And remember, Perez only had about 6 or 7 yards in the first half. He has 400 for the season, but this has not been one of his better nights.
They're bringing a lot of guys around the ball there. They're coming, I think.
Sepulveda dropping back to pass at his 5-yard line. Has time. He's going to get it downfield, but he overthrows his intended receiver. And again, that was intended for Renteria Garcia.
Now you got to punt this ball as far away as much as possible.
Yeah.
And then you got to play some defense. Defense has been able to perform. Now we'll see how they kind of react. They finally get off the field and get a breather. You know, at least that's a good positive thing. I got to go back to that play where in the beginning of this series where they were in the end zone where they had Donnie and they had Vega back there.
Yeah.
That forced Los Fresnos to call a timeout. Coach knew that, hey, they're running out of timeouts here.
Yeah.
So they made him call their 2nd timeout.
They only have 1 remaining. Angel Lopez kicks it from the front of the end zone, and he will kick it about 45 yards, but it will be returned down to the 35-yard line. And as we look, the return was made by Thomas Sandoval, so good field position for Los Fresnos to begin this drive.
A 4-point game. You know, you've got 9 minutes and change to put something together. This offense has looked good, but on the opposite side for Weslaco, their defense, Jeremiah Vega, along with really a couple of guys.
Fuentes?
He was one of those guys. Fuentes has been playing
for the night.
Lights out. And you know, these guys are going to have to step it up here.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 inside Weslaco territory at the 35-yard line, and it's going to be a handoff, good for about 8 yards for Palestina.
Quickly, Palestina. He's got that ability to just kind of bring up and then kind of go inside.
Player down.
Player down. So we'll just wait to see how he's doing. But you know, it's interesting where Weslaco now, the defense has stood up, you know, and they've had to rely on that defense quite some time. And it looks like the Fuentes is good.
Yeah.
He's coming off the field. He seems to be okay. That's good to see.
No, that was good. Devin Fuentes shaken up, but again, comes off under his own power.
So far, I would name him the MVP on defense. I mean, if not for the Panthers right now at this point, he's been involved in almost every other play now.
So it is going to be 2nd down and 4 after that run by Palestina, 6 yards. The ball is at the 28-yard line, and this time it's going to be a quarterback keeper, but he's going to go nowhere. Maybe a loss.
He ran to his own guy, and his own guy was stood up. There, a big play there by the Panthers. Really, a couple of guys involved. Lalo Macias, one of those guys that's involved there, a new player for the Panthers. He's kind of coming in there and playing. He's a big body, along with Big 64, of course, Pablo Cadena, the young junior, who's had an excellent season. And then you have Big 74, R.J. Guzman. That defense right there, that's some big guys. That's some big guys in there, along with Jeremiah Vega.
3rd down and 4. Ball at the 28, 29-yard line. This time it's going to be quarterback keeping it, and he is going to be knocked out after maybe a yard gain.
Yeah, they had to come up and make a play on him because he's very slippery. I mean, right now is just a decision time for Coach Cantu. You know, he's got to get the play in there. He's got to, do I go for it? Now, there's something with the official now. I don't know. I thought he was going to make an announcement. They're going to go for this one. Why not?
So it is 4th down and about 2. Have to get near the 25. Ball around the 27. So big play. This could really change things if Weslaco can hold. Waiting for the snap. Maybe trying to draw them off sides, but winds up giving it to the running back. And Palestina is going to get about 4 or 5 yards and the first down to the right side.
Yeah, again, the patience of this young running back. Keep in mind, Palestina's just a junior as well. So he's not too experienced either, but he's growing up right in front of our eyes, really waits for it.
There's one way this could benefit Weslaco. If they can make them run off 2 or 3 more minutes on the clock and then not get more than a field goal. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah. If that's the strategy you want to do, but then, of course, that means...
No, I mean, you'd rather have the ball, obviously. Right. But I'm saying the one possible benefit that could come from this, 7 minutes remaining. Say they keep it for another 2 or 3 minutes, just get the field goal, and Weslaco can mount a drive, they could run the clock out. Again, maybe wishful thinking, but that's how we are. Power of positive thinking. This time, Pineda gets it downfield, but that positive thinking went out real quick because we just saw a 23-yard touchdown pass to Thomas Sandoval, and that is going to give the lead for the first time tonight to Los Fresnos. And of course, we know that Sandoval is a very good player. And now the extra point attempt will come up. That is his 5th touchdown reception of the season. Had 2 yesterday, and he's approaching 300 yards in receptions this year. Has close to 20 for the year. Extra point attempt. Contreras will attempt it. 16-14 right now. Los Fresnos ahead. Extra point attempt is up, and it's good. So we have 6:45 remaining in regulation. Los Fresnos goes ahead for the first time in the game, 17-14. This is a KWES production. I'm Scott Harrison along with Football Fred. And again, it's time now to at least try to get a field goal, because you want to at least, at very worst, get this game to go into overtime and run out a lot of the clock, right?
Yeah, this offense has to get rolling. They came out, and I get it. They've been sitting down for the whole third quarter. After you warm up and then you don't get a chance to get going, you're going to sit there, for minutes without having to do anything. So now this offense, I know Coach Peña is talking to them and saying, look, guys, this game is here for the taking. We got an offense have to go. They got to be careful, though, on these trick plays that they've had already, and be ready for them, because they've executed on these trick plays. They've executed, the Falcons have, and that they can, for their benefit. Yeah. And they've really benefited from that to where they have the lead now, 17-14. Can the Weslaco High offense get this going? Now we see Los Fresnos adjusted in the half. They're bringing more pressure. They're kind of letting Jeremy run if they have to, but they're not trying to let the quarterback here try to get it done. Here comes another squib kick. You got to go get it. It's a live ball, and the Falcons picked it up again.
The Falcons are going to get it again at the 32-yard line. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we were just talking about the fact that...
And by the way, it looks like that freshman, I even talked to Ivan Palacios during halftime. He's kind of come out of nowhere. We're talking about Lucky, what's his last name?
Yeah, number 7. Yeah, it's Lucky Perales.
Yeah, Perales. Lucky Perales had a touchdown in the first half reception, and this time he comes and he falls on the ball. And again, that was more than just luck there.
That's 3 trick plays. Basically, it was just a short kick that the Panthers didn't go after.
2 onside kicks in the second half have gone over to Los Fresnos. It's going to be 1st and 10. They have the ball over at the 34-yard line in Weslaco territory. Robert Pineda, the quarterback. He is going to pass a short pass, and he's off the mark at the 30, trying to get it down to Thomas Sandoval, who he connected with a touchdown earlier in this quarter.
Yeah, if I'm the Falcons, I'm going back to exactly what got me here. Yeah. I'm going to use number 3, and I'm going to use number 2.
1st and 10. It's actually 2nd and 10. Ball at the 34-yard line. 6:34 remaining in regulation.
Looks like they want to blitz. The Panthers do. They're showing it.
Well, you want to try to keep them out of field goal range. You want to keep it down to just a field goal lead. But this time, Pineda is going to take it down to near the 21. And according to their coach, Coach Cantu, they now are in field goal range.
Yeah, if they stick with that at 45, Now, that's going to be a flag, and this is going to be real close. Watch this. The running quarterback keeps it, and then the player comes up and makes a hit there, and I think they're going to call that. I'm not sure.
Late hit?
I mean, he wasn't completely out of bounds yet.
No.
I don't know if they're going to, that's the only thing I can see unless it's a holding somewhere.
Right. Well, before the penalty, it was a 13-yard gain. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to be a holding.
Yeah, the officials' mic is not working.
No.
So,
Take it down.
yeah, so it's a holding.
Yeah, it's a holding against Los Fresnos, and it will move the ball back to the 40-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd down and 15 from there.
Well, if you're Weslaco now, you say, look, they made a mistake. Okay, we got to go back there now and slow them down here and get the ball back to our offense.
Clock approaching the midway point of the 4th quarter. Pistol formation, 3 receivers on the right side. This time Pineda will go and roll to the left side, gets it down to Sandoval. He'll be down around the 30, pick up about 10. So we'll still need about 5 to go to get the first down.
Yeah, that play,
3rd down.
That play to Sandoval has been very successful. As a matter of fact, he came out of the backfield a couple of times on that touchdown possession earlier. He did the same thing. He just comes out of there and makes the play happen. So I'm not sure why that was, they kind of got away from that, but that seems to have been working for them on big plays. So I wonder if you go back to it here, if you're the Falcons, they've been very successful with this play.
3rd down and 5. Trips on the right side. This time rolling to that side is the quarterback Pineda, and he will get the first down from his receiver, Josh Limon.
Now that just, Evan Zamora was just trying to catch up on that one. And really, Josh Limon, we mentioned these 4 guys. Sandoval, Pineda, Palestina, and Limon. No particular order. That's the offense for your Falcons, and they've been heavily involved.
And Limon, especially in the second half. Not much in the first half, but Limon has come on strong in this half.
Now this defense now, I mean, they have to be huffing and puffing a little bit.
Yeah.
They really do. They've spent a lot of time out there.
Ball down to the 24-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock under 5 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. Slots on each side. Back in the backfield. And bad snap, high snap. Pineda tries to get it. Falls forward. Did he get it? I think so.
Yeah, he did. That had disaster written all over it. That's a high snap for Pineda. But boy, he's quick. Man, he was on that ball. He knew that it was going to go forward, and he was able to jump on it. Avoids disaster there, really, for the Falcons.
And to be honest, only a loss of a couple. So it's going to be 2nd and 12. Ball at the 27-yard line. Our cheerleaders always enthusiastic.
That's right.
Regardless of where we are in the game or what the score is. This time, it's going to be Pineda keeping it. He is going to be a run out of lateral room and goes down at the 24, gain of only 2.
Yeah, that's a flag right in the area of hold. Now it could have been holding either side.
Holding. Offense number 62, 10 yards. Repeat, 2nd down.
Oh, you're right on that.
Yep.
Right now, Los Fresnos is our own worst enemy.
Right. At this point, you don't want to give the ball back to Weslaco.
No.
You only have 3:47 left to go. You're backed up now. You're going to try to work this,
And the key here is they're getting out of field goal range.
Right.
So if Weslaco can get it back with some time remaining, at very least, maybe they can try to put the game into overtime.
Right.
This is key, keeping them out of field goal range.
A very important down here for them.
Much less a touchdown, but a field goal is even going to be bad at this time. So the ball is at the 36-yard line. It's 2nd down and 22. Pitch this time, and that's only going to be about a 3-yard gain for Palestina.
Yeah, they were ready for that one. They saw that one coming. They've used that quite a bit and quite effectively, too, in the first half. Not so much in the second, but, hey, you know what? You got to go for it. You got to pick up 3-4 yards. That's fine. Try to pick up some yardage, at least to try to get some of that yardage back.
When you get a chance, could you give me an update on the timeout situation?
Sure will.
Again, a gain of 2 on that play. It is going to be 3rd down and 20. Run again, and Palestina tries to go forward and burrows his way for about a yard.
Timeout. Weslaco.
So Weslaco uses a timeout. I think that's the only timeout they've used.
All right.
They used 2.
3rd and final timeout.
I was about to say they also were out of timeouts. I think Los Fresnos still has 1 left.
And do you mind right now if I go through our crew tonight?
Please, yeah.
All right.
Of course, might go quickly here.
Yeah. After the game, Carlos Robledo and Mike Gonzalez. Of course, Carlos, the director of KWES, and Mike Gonzalez, the key and primary reporter, will have the post-game show. I want to thank Darlene Gracia, our graphic artist. And by the way, my sister and stepmother would love her. She's one of the few people still wearing a mask. They would think that she's the smartest person in this booth.
I would believe. Right. I will concur, I guess.
Joe Leal, our audio technician. Also, we want to thank Mike Palacios, our chief videographer. He keeps this whole ship rolling up here. Our videographer is doing a great job. Don Ramirez, Val Zamora, Vinny Barry, who travels with us all the time. Amadeo Coronas, our field camera operator. Adrian De Leon, our replay operator. KWES secretary, Mina Garcia. Also, Ralph Grasses. He is our line operator. Thanks to all of them. We are going to have a punt, and we'll see where that is going to roll. It's going to be down, about the 7-yard line. So Weslaco is going to have about 92, 93 yards to go with 2:38 remaining and 2 timeouts.
Right. So now the work comes. You haven't really had a chance to get any momentum on offense.
Yeah.
And that's been because of the third quarter was basically owned by Los Fresnos for different reasons. And then the fourth quarter, they kind of continue with the same thing. You know, the defense spending way too much time out there, but this offense has to mount something, and you were right. Only a field goal away.
Yeah.
But you want to take matters into your own hands if you can.
We got to have a couple big plays here.
Right.
All right, in my opinion.
Yes, you're right.
With the time. All right. Andy Sepulveda back in his end zone, passes ahead and gets it to Donnie Lincoln. No, it's broken up, and Lincoln was hit hard.
Right,
kind
right
of a sandwich there, right?
Yeah, right in the middle there.
Yeah. He was the middle of a sandwich.
And really, they arrived basically at the same time that the ball did, so the officials do not call a penalty.
Yeah, he's kind of doing a little dance there to shake it off.
Yeah,
he's a tough guy.
It is.
But
he does a really good job.
Not a big guy either.
No. He's tall, but not too big.
No.
You know, he's not a big, heavy guy.
No, but the heavy is what I'm talking about, a tall guy.
Yeah.
And we talked to him before the game, always very pleasant, very motivated. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Ball around the 7-yard line in Weslaco territory. Moving to the right, to the south, toward the scoreboard, part of the end zone. Sepulveda now will do it over to his right side, and he's going to get some yardage. Jeremy Perez is out at about the 35, so give him a gain of 28.
Yeah, why not? He's an explosive player.
Yeah.
They've been keen on him all night, and quickly, remember, the Panthers have no timeouts.
Yeah. So 1st down near the 35. Sepulveda will now run the ball. Can he get it out of bounds? He falls ahead of the 42, couple yards short of the 1st down, but good news for Los Fresnos. Clock is running.
And a guy is down, so they're going to stop the clock for Los Fresnos.
Yeah.
And this injury, unfortunate, but it's going to help Weslaco.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't
like to see injuries.
Right, no, that's never something that you want to see, but, unfortunate set of events there, but hopefully he's okay.
Yeah,
but, it's a great play. Going back to what Jeremy did, I don't know if you noticed, or the crowd that's watching us here on YouTube tonight saw that Jeremy went up to Donnie and said, "Block for me," on the last play, because they're going to throw me the ball on the flat.
And Donnie's the guy that just got creamed the play before.
I can feel my back right now. You asking me to block for you? That kind of stuff. So he comes over and makes a nice play.
Real quickly, let's promote next Thursday night's game, because it is Thursday night.
It's another critical game, Brownsville.
I believe it's at 7, but it could be 7:30. I know most district games start at 7:30, but
it's a school night.
It's school night, so maybe 7. We don't want to give the time exactly because I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
But it is going to be in Brownsville, right?
Yeah, it is in Brownsville. So we
Rivera,
hope you can join us. It's a big 32-6A matchup against Brownsville Rivera.
45 is coming off the field right now.
He's walking off gingerly, but good
to
see him up.
Alex Rivera.
He's a junior linebacker.
Yeah, junior inside linebacker.
Hope he's all right.
Yeah, we wish the young man the best. But again, being helped off and favoring one of his legs.
Right.
So, it's 2nd down and 10, 2:03 remaining. Weslaco with no timeouts. Ball at their own 41-yard line. Need 3 to tie this game. And there's a whistle as the snap is gotten off.
All right. Is there a timeout called? It's the only thing I can think of.
It looks like a timeout.
Timeout.
Yeah.
Los Fresnos.
Fresno. First time out of the half.
Now, Weslaco has completely wiped out all their timeouts, so now Los Fresnos still has their 2 timeouts, as mentioned. They had 3. Weslaco is down to nothing. I thought they might have had one, but no, they burned all of them. Remember, there was one that he needed to give a breather to his defense.
Yes.
That he ended up using. So, you know, it's one of those things now where the coach wanted to talk to his team, maybe have a time to, hey, they're going to try to attack us through the air. Maybe that way we're ready for it, that kind of thing. Weslaco, hey, they benefit from it. They don't have any timeouts, so anything you give them at this point, they're going to take.
Weslaco, again, we'll have to get out of here pretty quick to get ready for the post-game show. But we want to say that Donnie Lincoln had a touchdown in the first half.
Right.
Also Ryan Salazar. So Sepulveda threw a couple of touchdowns. But it's been all Los Fresnos in the second half as they actually held the ball for the first 12 minutes and 8 seconds of the second half, courtesy of a touchdown and then getting the ball on the kickoff and scoring another touchdown.
Yeah. Wide open on that one was Gabriel Renteria Garcia. He just couldn't get the ball to him. But boy, he had beat his linebacker. Number 10 was chasing on that one, and really, if he would have found him on that one, that would have been a big first down.
That would have been Jaden Gonzalez, right, number 10. All right, so it's going to be third down and 4. Ball is at the 41-yard line. Have to get it to the 45 in Weslaco territory. Obviously 4 down territory at this point of the game. Sepulveda drops back a couple steps. We'll get the ball up, and it goes to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like a first down from here.
Yeah, first down, right. Nice play on that particular pass.
That's a Roy Stroman with a big catch and a first down.
So, first and 10. 1:47 remaining. No timeouts for Weslaco. Have the ball at their own 47, but encouraging, they're creeping up closer and closer to possible field goal territory.
You got to watch that play clock because you have no more timeouts.
Yeah, Angel Lopez can probably hit one from 45.
Right.
We've seen him hit 3 this season from over 40. Sepulveda feeling some pressure. He's going to run the ball. No, he's going to pass it and tries to get it downfield to Lincoln. Lincoln couldn't quite catch up to it.
Looks like it's going to be a hold on Weslaco. Line.
He was kind of running for his life, Sepulveda.
Yeah.
He got the ball off, but maybe it's because there was a hold.
Holding off to number 56, 10 yards for the ball, first down.
All right.
We'll do this again. Time is, it's you have 1:40. It's doable. Whatever you want to do on offense, everything is basically still on the table offensively, right? I mean,
so like that old Rolling Stones song, would you say time is on my side?
That's right.
All right.
You got to get time.
Yeah.
You just got to hit a couple of plays.
Yeah. Well, you got to, like I said, at least get in range for a field goal, at very least. Because you're at home, so you maybe think it helps you out being in overtime if you're at home. Sepulveda rolls to his left. Will get it downfield. Is it caught by the receiver?
It looked like it bounced off the grass.
Roy Stroman, the intended receiver. So it's going to be second down and 15. Have to get the ball to the 43-yard line in Los Fresnos territory. By the way, the band was great at halftime as usual.
Yeah, pigskin coming up tomorrow for them.
Yeah,
we wish them well.
That's right. We hear them right now playing. It's always a pleasure being at a game and enjoying
Single coverage on Mikai Jones, number 26. See if they go down that way.
Sepulveda throws the ball up the middle. Long pass.
That's a flag.
And it's caught by Donnie Lincoln.
That should have been a flag
Lincoln
too.
Gets the ball inside the 30, and he is going to have the first down and a flag.
Yeah, and I thought there was a flag, but they let him play, and he gets a big first down.
It's down at the 28, and this time a running play, and Perez will get down to the 25. So he gets about 4 or 5 on that play. Got to line up quickly. Clock is running.
You've got time.
35 actually a minute 11, I should say. And Sepulveda dropping back. He's going to keep it. He throws it at the last second. Oh, just broken up at the last second, the very last second. Jones was over there, but again, a good defensive play that time by Raul Gonzalez.
Hey, I was just kidding with Coach, with the athletic coordinator for for us, so the director, I should say, Desi Rodriguez, when I told him, hey, can you handle another one just like last week? I was just playing. This might come down to the end
talking
here.
about Weslaco East?
Yeah, Weslaco High now is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Down to the last play, last series anyway.
3rd down and 6. Sepulveda throws the ball, and it's caught at the 13-yard line. Nice play by Roy Stroman. So that's a 1st down.
Wow.
This is great.
This is
57 seconds.
Look at Sepulveda telling everybody, all right, chill out.
Remember, Weslaco started this back at their own, 7-yard line, I believe.
Oh, boy.
So we can see them moving.
I hope you brought your blood pressure medication.
I actually do. It's sitting right here. It really is. I'm not kidding.
I know.
It is 1st down and 10, ball at the 18-yard line, and there is going to be a timeout.
Timeout. Weslaco, Fresnos, second timeout and a half.
Yeah, we didn't want to be at Weslaco because there'd be a penalty.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait a minute. So interesting as we kind of go down here. Weslaco's offensive line. Now, wait, let's go back a little bit. Los Fresnos has decided not to bring any pressure. They've decided to play pass. But you've given Sepulveda a little bit too much time.
Right.
And he's been able to complete some passes. Now, that pass to Donnie Lincoln, I thought he was not going to catch it. I figured there was a flag because he would, but he did such a good job of coming back for it, and nobody called the interference that he even caught it. It's just amazing, an amazing play. So Coach Peña now is directing his troops, saying, look, guys, we got to get this done. We got 57 seconds.
Yeah, what is the Peña family doing here? They've got coaches on both teams.
They've left. They don't want to be part of this anymore. No, I'm sure they're here. I'm sure I can see Grandma down there. Yeah, she's there. Oh, yeah.
What did Donnie Lincoln or somebody say? This is the Peña Bowl?
Peña Bowl.
Yeah.
That's brothers going at it tonight.
Brothers coaching against each other. Sepulveda back to pass, throwing it toward the end zone. Is it going to be caught? Was he in?
He caught it.
He did. Oh my gosh! It's a touchdown. It is an 18-yard touchdown that time. Oh my gosh! What a catch by Mekhi Jones.
You need only 1 foot in high school football to count as a touchdown. That's all you need. And that's all he got.
Yeah. You know, Mekhi has struggled, and we saw Cesar Gomez on the sidelines, and again, he's talking about how he might be back. He plays defensive back and a little bit of running back. He might be back if we go to the playoffs, the second game, and the way we're playing right now, that may be a real possibility.
That's right.
Extra point attempt coming up for Angel Lopez.
That's
it
important.
Is up, and it is good. So the importance that Football Fred is telling us about is it makes it a 4-point lead. 21-17, takes more than a field goal to win. 50 seconds remaining. Weslaco again.
Defense, penalty decline, extra point is good.
Weslaco leading 21-17. This is a KWES production. And again, really not much happening for Weslaco in the second half. Dominated time-wise by Los Fresnos, but yet coming up with that drive. And remember, that drive went 93 yards for the score.
Yeah, that is impressive, regardless of what happens. It's
all right.
Sepulveda,
and that's Sepulveda's third touchdown of the night.
Yeah, Sepulveda is a weapon.
Right.
Now, if I'm the Panthers, I'm kicking this as into the softball fields if I can.
That's right.
That's what I do. The softball fields on the southern part of the end zone. Boy, I keep going back to what I mentioned to Desi Rodriguez, the athletic director. I didn't think this was going to come down to this type of game, but oh well, we'll take it.
All right, here's the kickoff, and it is going to hit at the 2-yard line.
The return.
It'll be returned up to about the 15 or 16, and that is going to be all. So long go there. I'm trying to see who had that ball.
That looks like Gael Palestina who was trying to bring it out.
Yeah. So it's going to be 45 seconds remaining. Does Los Fresnos have any timeouts?
Hey, Los Fresnos has no timeouts?
All right.
Well, wait a minute. They do have one.
All right, they have one.
I believe they have one.
And the ball is going to be spotted near the 20 in their own territory, moving toward the north.
And you're willing to give them plenty.
Now remember, Randy Pineda had an 89-yard touchdown drive to win a game earlier this year, but he didn't have this little a time.
Right.
So Pineda is going to throw it. Palestina has it. He'll get down to the 25, but only gets 6 but more importantly, took close to 10 seconds off the clock. If you're a Weslaco fan.
Yeah, that's a tough one to do, and it takes a while to develop.
Yeah,
that's when you do with a screen game, but you're trying to catch something lightning in a bottle, basically.
That's right.
37 seconds.
And by
now.
the way, I think for Jones, that was his first touchdown of the season.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's
been bothered by injuries and things like that.
But maybe he's coming alive just when we need him.
Just in the time.
District time. All right, so it's going to be second down about 2, but time is important here. And that is going to be broken up. That was a great breakup on defense. You have to admit
that's
that.
Ryan Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Glad to welcome him back. Yeah, that's for sure.
So it's third down and 2, but again, knocks off about another 3 or 4 seconds.
Yep.
Third down, we hear the PA announcers say.
And the crowd is going to get into it.
Yeah, Gonzalez waving his arms, telling everybody, make some noise.
That's right.
Let's take advantage of being home for the first time in what seems forever.
It was forever. That was a month.
It was a millennium. All right. Was they going to do some trickery?
Yeah.
For a minute, it looked like Palestina was going to throw it.
They want to do a halfback pass.
Yeah, but he keeps it, and he is going to go from about the 27-yard line to maybe the 36, I don't know, gain of about 8 or 9. But most importantly,
timeout. Los Fresnos.
Okay, they had one more.
And final timeout.
Yeah, they wanted to use it now. They were trying to get little pieces of yards. They wanted to go with a halfback pass.
Yeah.
They were trying to set it up, and there was nobody open downfield.
They've done very well with the trickery. A couple onside kicks they've recovered. And
the defense really playing a prevent defense.
Right.
They have everybody, at least a nickel, if not more, dime defense back there.
And I hope that works. And I'm not trying to make fun of Coach or anybody else, but I've watched a lot of NFL games, several hundred, and a lot of the prevent defense turns out it prevents you from winning.
Exactly. I like that.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about the high school level. I'm saying at the NFL level. This is way different.
I think now you're forced to kind of keep everything out of bounds. If you're Los Fresnos, you can't do anything inbounds. And you got to complete passes now.
Okay, all seriousness now. First down and 10, ball to 35, got to get it to the 45, 25 seconds remaining. Again, Randy Pineda at quarterback has a tip. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Braulio Peña, linebacker coming in from the edge side there, was able to go up high and knock that down.
Yeah, I remember we used to see him, a running back sometimes?
Yeah, he plays running back. He's a multi-player.
He can play nose tackle?
Yeah, he can play nose tackle.
Yeah, we thought we might see him there tonight,
see him tonight. They didn't have to use him tonight, it looks like.
All right. So it's second and 10. 21-17. Here comes the pass. It's going to be good to midfield. And that is going to keep the clock running, though. It was a complete pass.
They got to kill that ball.
Yeah, it was Angel Arce, and he got the first down to midfield, but again, have to kill the clock. Only 13 seconds remaining.
Watch out for some razzle-dazzle here. The Falcons, I think, are going to try to pitch back on a pass.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. They were trying to set that up earlier. It never really developed, but they have Gael Palestina in there along with Robert Pineda, and then they do have Josh Limon back there.
By the way, Arce, he had one catch last week for 7 yards. That's his first catch tonight. Second down and actually first down, or actually second down, because they had to down the ball. So that's going to be a complete pass, and it is going to go to about the 36-yard line.
They're not going to get this snap off.
They're not going to get it off.
Well, they might, because they're going to have to move the chains. They're going to have to move the chains, so they pause it. They're going to have
3 seconds.
2 seconds,
and they
basically.
Yeah,
they downed it.
So they got one more play.
One play to go into the end
zone.
All right,
now let's try to get to some of the stuff real quick because we're going to have to go fairly.
This is going to end quickly.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
If the Panthers win, they will go increase to 5-2 and 1-1 in district. If Los Fresnos loses, they will drop to 5-2 and 1-1 district. We're not saying that's what's going to happen, but
that's if what happens now stays true. What's happened so far.
Yeah, we're not saying that's what's going to happen.
Let's see how it goes. Last play here.
Last play, second down and 10, but that means nothing. One more play, ball at the 35-yard line.
On the offense, 5 yards, second down.
So it's going to go back to the 40.
Right.
Got to be a Hail Mary.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
Or we said earlier that they might do some trickery.
Yeah.
They might have some halfback passes or laterals to the sides or to the back.
Right.
That's my thought on this. You're too far, I think, for a Hail Mary at this point. I'm sure Pineda has the arm for
And I
it.
can't tell you what the secret weapon is tonight unless
Unless it happens.
It happens.
Unless it happens.
And I am going to have to take a moment to say it at the end of the game if they win. But if they don't, we won't even mention it. All right. There's Pineda. He's running around trying to find somebody open. He's going to heave it toward the end zone. And it is intercepted. It is intercepted. Panthers win. Panthers win. An amazing defensive play. A lot of pressure putting on. Ball was thrown up. And this game is going to be a Panthers victory. Ryan Zamora, right?
Evan Zamora.
Evan Zamora, I'm sorry. I'm so excited. Evan Zamora gets the interception. You can see him being mobbed. Panthers win 21-17. What was the secret weapon? I will tell you right now.
I agree with you now.
You know what it is. You saw it before the game. I did not go up to Coach Stroman last week and talk to him before the game.
Right.
He was running off, very focused on the game, and I went up and I said, I have to at least say hello to you. I have to at least say hello to you. And what happened?
Hey, big win tonight for the Panthers.
So, by the way, we want to thank our Ivan Zamora from the paper for helping us out with stats tonight.
Ivan Palacios.
Palacios, I'm sorry. Yeah, again, we're just excited so much. I get real excited.
Hey, my last thought. Defense did its job tonight. Wow, what a game.
So, final score, it is the Weslaco Panthers over the Los Fresnos Falcons 21-17. And again, they get their first win, Weslaco, of the season district. And of course, the Falcons, their first loss. Post-game coming up in just moments.
It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one with Carlos Robledo and Mike Gonzalez. We appreciate all our KWES staff. We'll talk to you next Thursday night on the road in Brownsville against Rivera. For my buddy here, Football Fred, and the whole KWES staff, I'm Scott Harrison saying so long from Bobby Lackey Stadium. Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay tuned for the postgame show.